Hello everyone, welcome to the session. I hope all are doing well. So previously in previous session we already discussed sums on for loop. So now we are going to discuss the sums on while loop. After this is the real life examples. So after this we can go with the third unit that to def functions. So previously we have to complete this. After then we can proceed with that. So here you sorry here for ATM pin reader with lockout. See here, same as I think this question will be having like if he will say print exit, otherwise you can't. I mean, you can't go out of the loop like that. I think here maybe he works with it. Okay then. So yeah, what we did was first of all you take in the correct pin. So what is the correct pin? 4521. Okay, the he taken in a string format. So why he was taken was he have to give it, I think so. Wait here. Correct pin 4521 attempts 0. So up to there is no attempt. So attempts 0. Maximum attempts 3. If you reach 3, then card logged false. Okay. So see here why he given these variables. When we are going into the code, then we can understand why was he taken this course. So just go to the compiler. And so here the correct pin was 4521. So first of all we see the while loop. After then we can conclude everything. So attempts is less than maximum attempts. If maximum attempts are 3, we know that we can go up to 3 attempts. So if yeah, our attempts are less than 3, so we can proceed with the below code. So and not card locked. So and not card locked means what is the card locked? Card locked was he taken false. So and not false. Not false means true. Okay. So yeah, entered pin here. See. So when we go to the input, so we have to take a input for enter pin. So if we enter the correct pin 4521, so what will be happen? First of all, we have to give one input that whether we have to enter one input like pin. So when you entered, so attempt will be +1. Okay. So if you enter one number, it considered as first attempt, like one attempt. If you enter again, second attempt, third attempt, like that. If it reaches the 3, okay, if it reaches the 3, then it automatically will break the loop, means it will stop the loop. So see here, he was saying that if entered pin, which we entered as an input here, which we entered input has here, is equal to the correct pin, which was given here 4521. So both are same. Then access granted welcome. So we have to print access granted welcome and break. This break is directly connected with the if not while, but it will stop the entire loop with only this break. So when we enter correct pin, so there is no problem with it. But else, if you did not print enter the correct pin, so here the correct pin was 4521. If you did not print give an input 4521, so what will be happen? Else remaining equals to maximum attempts minus attempts. So what is the attempts? 0. So when you attempted right here, okay, when you attempted, it becomes 1. So the value of here, which this attempt is, see here, we previously discussed about the local variable and global variable. So here, this attempt was local variable for which? For this while loop. For this while loop, this attempts was local variable because we used inside the loop. But for this if and else, this attempt, these attempts for this if and else are the variable which given the outside. So for each and every value of when we are going to here, we will get +1, +1, +1, right? So here also the values will be changes for attempts. Here the values of attempt is not 0, it is 1, because this term was belongs to both of this. So you can use this term in both of this. So when you're we yeah this is when we are going to the else part. So remaining, what is the remaining was maximum attempts. Maximum attempts are 3. So now we already attempted 1. So remaining are 2. So if they are greater than 0, print incorrect pin dot remaining. How many remaining means here. So how many left for us? The chances. The chances which are left other than this attempt. So we are having 2 attempts left. So if the remaining is not greater than 0, the remaining is not greater than 0 means what is the meaning was maximum attempts equals to attempts. Okay, then only we will get 0. Okay, so when we are getting 0, it chooses the else part. So what is the else part? Card locked, true. Print card locked. Please contact your bank. So here what it was saying that was if remaining equal to 0, then card locked, please connect to your bank. We will get that. But so what is this here? Card locked equals to true. When it first of all in starting it was false because like there is 0 attempts and we're entering pin. So the loop was running according to the given conditions. So but in else inside an else. So what is that written was card locked equals to true means until now what we done these codes like these conditions all for card locked equals to false, but when we are going to if the we will fail in every condition which was used in if and this if inside else, so we have to choose this else inside else. So then what here was card locked equals to true, print card locked, please connect your bank. So we will get like that. So we will get your card was locked, so please connect to your bank. So when we run it, you'll ask the input, you'll ask the pin. So I am giving this incorrect pin. You have 2 attempts left. So if I give again, it says incorrect pin, 1 attempt only left. If you fail it at this position, so you'll get like yeah position. So it will come that card locked. Please connect your bank. So here, if I give 4521, right? So 4521, access granted, welcome. So like that. So there is only 3 chances for entering the pin. If you enter 3 times wrong, then you will get the card locked. Please connect your bank. Otherwise, you will get the access for that. Access granted, welcome. Like that. Here you can give any number like maximum attempts 4 like that. But usually there is 3. So card locked, please connect your bank. It was show the message that your card was locked. So please connect your bank like that. We know that loop how a loop works. So after this, one of the condition will passes. So it will again comes here. So attempts become like here we use attempts is 1 becomes 1. So 1 is less than 3. True. And the not card locked. So here there is another thing that yeah, see here when you run. So when we will here get this else part. So again we are entering the like yeah. If you enter first time the exact number like 4521, so it will show the yeah access granted like that. See here, so it works like the while loop runs nearly 0 1 2. So 3 iterations will be done by this while loop. So how it will be done, so when we are going from starting, so while this condition we have to pass and not card locked. So what is the meaning of not card locked was false, so card locked was false, not card locked means it becomes like true. So entered a pin, So we have to give an input as a pin. If the pin was which we entered is counts, okay, it counts as attempts. So after the attempt become one, so it will see the condition. There is two conditions and one else. If that else will like if these two conditions were be failed, so we will get the else part. So two conditions means yeah, there is only one condition for this if, and inside the else there is another condition and else. So here when we are going through the if, so see here when we entered a wrong pin, so what will be happen was here the condition will be fails. So it will choose the else part. What is the else part? Inside the else part, it will take a another variable. The variable was remaining. Okay, the variable was remaining equal to maximum attempts. These maximum attempts and attempts are we taken as a global, so we can use it anywhere. So when we taken these global variables into here, so maximum attempts 3 minus these attempts is not came from here, so this attempt is came from here because yeah, this is the last value of attempts, so it considered the last value of attempts only. So when it was considered the last values of element, so if remaining, what is that? 3 minus 0 or here 3 minus 1, 3 minus 2, 3 minus 3 like that. So when this remaining gets 0 means you use the 3 whole 3 yeah whole 3 chances. So what will be happen? It will choose this else part because remaining greater than 0, not remaining equal to 0. So when the remaining gets 0, it will choose the else part. What is the else part? Here we done right card locked. So the card locked, what will be happen was card locked equals to true. So this condition will be fails. There is no other thing that if yeah, we cannot go like that also, but somehow yeah. See, in both conditions, this I think there is no need of entering this card locked equals to true because see here when I entered three inputs, but the three inputs are were wrong, so it will choose the else part. What is that? Card locked. Please connect your bank. So you can see here clearly that I removed this card locked and I can run it. I will get this thing. So there is no need of that. But in some conditions, okay, in some conditions like if you here you use break, right? So remove this break. So what will be happen was you remove this here the break, okay? So you remove the break when you choose to run. So it asks the pin. If you enter the correct pin, what is that? 5421 and enter. What you have to do here? You have to give access granted welcome and you have to stop the loop because here it is a break. But what we did was there is no break. Okay, there is no break for it. So it was changed that again give the value. So again we are giving one value and again we are giving another value like that. So card logged, please connect your bank. See, I already done 4521, so I have to access. But when we are entering again and again, lastly we get the same thing like that thing. So why? Because we get like that. We did not break the loop here. So that is the reason the loop runs three times. So it have to be break. So you printed here one thing, right? So what is that? Card locked equals to true. If you enter the same thing at here, card locked true. When you run it, enter pin. Okay. So see here, when I enter 4521, it's saying that access granted dot welcome. So it stops the loop. Why? I did not write any break there, but it stops the loop. Why? Because what I did was card locked equals to true. So let's see the thing that what like so for the value of card locked false at the starting, the card locked equals to false. So while attempt was less than maximum attempts and not card locked. So here what is that was card locked was false, not card locked. So here not false means true. For this both, what is that? Attempts. What is the attempts? 0. 0 less than 3. Okay. For the thing which we done was the condition. There is two conditions. One is 1 less than 3, and another condition was not card locked. What is the card locked? False. So we done true. For these two conditions, we are accepted this while loop and we are going inside. So when I enter the correct pin, so what will be happen was after entering the correct pin, this if statement will be passes. So after this if statement passes, what will be happen? It will choose this part. So what is that part? Print access granted dot welcome. So card locked equals to true. So when it becomes true, so here so this loop again runs because after we already get here, so this thing which was below the if, no need with that. So attempt becomes 1 less than 3. It's correct, but what about this not card locked? So when you do here, the new condition was 1 less than 3 and false. So how it will be like how it will be going further? See, when I entered false there, so it have to be stopped there because the condition will be like it was saying that directly false. So it will be proceeded with the down code. If it will be true, then okay with it because when we the condition true, then only we can go enter into a loop or enter into a if statement anything. If it will be false, we have to choose else part. Same as we have to, we don't have any right to go into this while loop. So it will stop there because of this card locked becomes true. So what we written was not card locked. So what is the meaning of not card locked? So not true. So what is the not true? False. So when it was saying that directly false, so it was saying to stop, not stopping also, like you don't have any right to go inside the while loop because the condition were failed. So for example, remove this thing. So for example, if you add remove and add or, it will runs. Okay, it will runs like that. So because if you enter correct pin 5421, so you ask again pin why it did not break it when we convert this card lock to equal to true. Because why it did not work? Because see, I printed R here. So what is the properties for R? So either one of the condition will be true, then we can enter into the loop, or we can go with the like the full statement will be true. So here this condition which was attempts is less than maximum attempts. So this condition was true. So that is the reason we are having an access to this code like entering into the loop. So so when we are using and, so that is the thing that you have to learn, which was card locked. So when it was first starting, it was false. So we used like not card means true. When it becomes true, this is true, this is true. So we can enter into the loop. Otherwise, one of the we used and right. So if one of the condition will be false, so what will be happen? See here, 5421. Access granted. See, same as like previous. See, yeah, here, here the both conditions have to pass. So we used and right. So both conditions have to pass. But when we enter this card locked equals to true, it will stops the loop. It stops the giving access of the loop. So it works like this. So yeah, you can use this term as like instead of break you can use like this. So if you want to use break, and that break was a simple method because you can remove this thing and this thing also. So this term and this term and this term, instead of these three terms you can write a single break, so it is enough. For example, if I remove this term and this thing and same this thing, so here if I print break, sorry, yeah, If I run it, it will ask the one input. So I will give it. So again it will ask that. So again I will enter it. So here, sorry, I have to give starting 5421. So access granted, welcome. It will break the loop. So like that. Without these three also we can get the same answer how we get previously. But somehow it seems good because when you are using the variables like uh, what the variable was locked, right? So something was locked like that, something variable is there. So with that we can seems good for like getting the outputs and printing the code. So other than this, with this loop, we can say that whether we can give the messages regarding this ATM pin entering when we are entering the pin. So we can give say messages regarding this code. After that, bank account depletion. So yeah, what is it? You withdraw a fixed amount every month from savings. So you having like you opened a savings account. So from that saving account, you have to withdraw a fixed amount every month. Like for example, if you like taken a loan, okay, takes a loan. So what that loan was for the term like that. So that money will automatically cut from our savings account like that. A fixed amount every month from our savings. So for that we have to write a code with the sentences. Yeah, go and when we use compiler for that. See here for the solution. This is the monthly withdrawal code. So balance was 50,000. So for per month we can withdraw 3,200 minimum balance. Here in your account savings account you have to maintain minimum balance 1,000. So month 0 and not started yet. So well balance minus monthly withdrawal. So when the like yeah balance 50,000 minus monthly withdrawal which is greater than equals to minimum balance, whether we are after the removing this 3,200 per month from the balance every month. So after that finally we get when we are going to the 1,000, so either we have the balance 1,000 or greater than 1,000, so never be less than 1,000. So that is the rule that having the minimum balance 1,000 in savings account like bank account. So here it will show us that balance minus equals to monthly withdrawal. So while this will happens, right? Then it will show us that balance like every time it will minus like subtract the monthly withdrawal from the balance again and again until and unless the balance becomes 1,000 or something nearly 1,000. So like that months becomes plus one plus one plus one. So here you want to find whether my balance will be comes 2,000. So how many months I can manage this 50,000 with this 50,000. So when you run it, you will get the months. Your indentation. Wait, what is solutions? Okay, okay. Sorry. Yeah, you can withdraw for 15 months, remaining balance 2,000. So after the 2,000, if we minus the 2,000, yeah, 3,200 from this 2,000, we will get negatives. So we can go up to 2,000. So here, so we can withdraw up to 15 months. After the 15 months, you have to add the money again. So for this monthly withdrawal, this 50,000 is will be helpful up to like it will exist up to 15 months. After that, you have to add money again. So like that. For this here, how it was working for balance 50,000 minus withdraw 3,200. So yeah, it was greater than equals to minimum balance. So what is the minimum balance was 1,000. Yeah, and it will get up nearly 47,800. So 47,800 is greater than minimum balance 1,000. So like that, balance minus. I already said why we are used in this form. We can use like C minus like C equals to balance minus monthly withdrawal. But why we are using like this? Because it will subtract from balance, but again it will update the same variable balance. So what I am saying is when you copy it, so you can do like this. What is that? Control V. So if you remove this equal to, so you can do like this, so it will show the same thing, like again and again you are repeating, right? So but they didn't update the value of balance. Okay, the still the value of balance was 50,000. If you do like this, so when the code was running like this, so what is the balance here? 50,000. What is the monthly withdrawal? 3,200. So 50,000 minus 3,200 was 47,800. So C equals to 47,800. So this is how you will get. But after that, when you again want to repeat the, what is that? Yeah, code. So when you again want to run the same loop, so when you're going here, there is balance, right? Not C. So that is the reason we are using like this. So it will help that it will subtract the monthly withdrawal from the balance. Again, same thing what it was doing, that it will update the balance. So after minusing, we will get 47,800. It will update the, in place of balance, which is 50,000, it becomes 4,700 by using this term. So after this, months become 0 to 1 for first iteration, second iteration 2, 3, like that. Up to how many iterations will be works? So months will be same thing. Means yeah, same number of months will be done. But here, when we are going to the last, it doesn't depend on the month, so it depends on the balance. So when we go on below 1,000, so at that time it will shows the error here. So this is how they are doing that. If you want, you can find that. For example, same per month you have to give 4,200. Okay, interest. But your balance was is not 50,000 into input of enter enter balance. So when you, yeah, when you run it, it will ask the input. So if you want to type your money, so this is your bank balance. So with this bank balance, okay, sorry. With this bank balance, how many months you will get? See, nearly 18 months with the bank balance, with the monthly withdrawal, you can go up to 81 months. Okay, you can get up to 81 months with this money. After that, you have to, yeah, after that you have to give some money for that, like deposit some money into your bank. So here the remaining balance after this 81 months, you will have have the money 5,067. So this 4,200 can subtract, sorry, yeah, can subtract from this remaining balance, but we will get 1,000. So below 1,000, what is that? Nearly 867. So 867 is less than 1,000. So that is the reason the condition fails. So it never like it stops the loop there. So our balance was 3,45,267, and you can withdraw for 81 months. But with this money 4,200, we can withdraw up to 81 months, and after that, this 81 months, the remaining balance was 567. So in the form of this, you will get that thing there. So when we are going to the bank or withdrawal, so if you ask, I will deposit like, yeah, I will deposit some 10 lakh rupee or 5 lakh rupee. So if I want per monthly, I want to auto withdrawal. So in the auto withdrawal, I want per month 50,000 like that. So it will says, yeah, for your like if I want per month, if I want 25,000 per month. So when I run it, but I deposited money like nearly, yeah, this is 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh. So I deposited 10 lakh, and from now onwards, I want 25,000 per month. Okay, auto withdrawal, and it automatically gets into my phone pay account or something. So when you run it, not phone pay, cash. So when you run it, enter the balance. So my current balance was 10 lakh. Okay. So you can go up to 39 months. Okay. Remaining balance 25,000. So here we will get zero, right? So that is the reason. After this 39 months, so it will says that this 39 months you can go with this 10 lakh. So after this 39 months, you have to pay for that. So yeah. So here they given in months. If you want, we can change the months into years. So how we can change the months into years? So see here for a variable which was a. So I will take the months which was, yeah, above. So here it will show the, in last iteration it will show 39 months. So what it will be happen was months which you entered by 12. Sorry, months, right? Months which we entered by 12. So it will gives you an integer. Okay, it will gives you an integer. So yeah, here when you entered, it take another variable that which was indicates the a minus, sorry, not a. So here you have to do, right, take one arrow, then it will give in a float form because it will says year, right? So 12 become 39, right? So 3 point something you will get. So with this 3 point something, yeah. So when we are converting into the years, like both years and months, so if you want, then we can do like this. So a equal to month divisible by 12. So then we can see the how many years it will be takes. So here a equals to months by 12. So after that, take another variable and do that, which you done with months, right? So a, okay, you will get a as float because the months in a 39 months, then 39 divisible by 12 means you will get something random 3.25 you will get. So 5 minus int of 5. So int of 5 means which it will consider only 3. It doesn't consider the 0.25. So after you converted the float into integer, so what will be happen was here the, like, yeah, the thing was 0.25. So here you have to print that, take another variable c. So do that, c equal to b, which was 0.5 star 12. So you again converting this year, which was b was an year, a was an year, and b was a year. So year into, again if you want to convert the year into, what is that, yeah, months, so you have to multiply with 12. Otherwise, if you convert the months into year, you have to divisible by 12. So when you're doing this, see, print, same thing. Yeah, you can use this thing only. no problem. We can go with it because we have to know how many months it would take. So remove it. So same thing, but here write int of a. Okay, int of a, and again write here that years. Again write here for you can withdraw for these years and months which was remaining after divisible by this 12. We get some 0.25, so we will convert that into months. So what is that? C. Okay, so right. So when you run it, it will ask the balance. So if we want to give like 10 lakh, again same thing. So what is that? 39 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 3 years, 3 months. For this, you have to write same int. Okay, then when you run it again, so 1000000, enter. For 10 lakh, you can withdraw for 3 years, 3 months, and you can withdraw for 39 months, like that. So, yeah, we can remove one of the line. So, you can withdraw for 3 years, 3 months. So, this is for this 10 lakh for our coming 3 year and 3 months. And for the, yeah, like that. So if you want to convert whether year into months, so into 12. If you want to convert the months into year, divisible by 12, like that you can do. So if you want, you can proceed like this, which was, yeah, like this. If you enter any random number, like if your balance was, sorry, this thing. So when you run it, 3 3, oh my god, yeah, 19 lakh. Yeah, 19 lakh. So when you run, oh, okay. Yeah, this is 34 lakh. So heavy maybe. With this 34 lakh, if you deposit 34 lakh 708,912, so you will get 11 years, 7 months. With this 11 years, 7 months, you can, like, yeah, you can go with this monthly withdrawal. After that, you will get 3,000 after this 11 years, 7 months, the which you enter having the balance, right? So the final balance will be 3,912, which was not less than 1,000. Like after, if you do again, try to do withdrawal. So at that time, it will show that the minimum balance have to be maintained. So the what is the minimum value? The minimum value was 1,000. So this is the format for this. So like counting, if I deposit 50 lakh, 60 lakh, so per month if I take like 50,000 like that, so how many months I will continue with this? So like that I will get. So after this, bank account depletion. So see here, calculate how many months it take to pay off IA loan with interest using fixed monthly payments. See here, fixed monthly payments. So there is a fixed amount that you have to pay monthly to the bank. That if you take a loan and you have to give interest, both interest and the money you have to pay for, to the bank per month. Okay, so you have to find that how much it will be takes. So like how much it will be I have to pay for a month. So like both adding the what is that full payment and this interest. So both adding with this we have to calculate. So here it is the code for that. So this is the code which we used for finding this. Yeah, principal what is that? 20,000, right? So annual rate 0.12, monthly rate, we can like annual rate by 12. So we counted that thing into what is that? Annual rate, like annual rate to monthly rate. So what is the monthly rate? We will divisible by 12, same thing, 0.1. So here payment 500, month 0. So principal is greater than 0. Must that principal was greater than 0. And after that interest equals to, how to find interest was that you have to pay interest for monthly interest. So you have to print like principal, which was total amount you taken, into monthly rate. So what is the monthly rate? 0.1. So for month it will nearly takes, what is the 1%? 200. So 200, 0.1, right? So 20 rupees, I think so. Per month you have to pay 20 rupees, and it will add like every month it will add to the principal. So what is the principal? Principal plus equals to interest. And see here, like it how it was working, like per month it will take 20 rupees extra for this 20,000. If you take 20,000 loan from the bank, so what it will do was, so it will goes like, principal was 20,000 and the monthly rate was 0.1. So 0.1% it will charge from the how much like you taken. So here if you charge per month 20 rupees, okay, when we calculated our own, so we will getting that here interest. The interest was interest was, which was principal was 20,000, okay, 20,000 into that thing, what is that? 0.1. I think it is not 0.1%. So 0.1 means 2000. Oh, 2000 per month. It is very high for that, because yeah, interest was 2000 per month, not 20 rupees, 2000. For 20,000, the interest was 2000 per month. I think it is not like that, but let's see. So principal 20,000, for per month you have to charge 20,000 plus 2, 20,000 plus 2, 20,000 plus 2, because when this condition never be fail, then you will get like this. So principal minus equal to payment. So what is the payment? You entered 500, right? So you have to pay 500 per month. So yeah, how many months it will take? So if you pay 500 like that, here it was increasing 2000, and it was here decreasing 500 for the same month. I think this interest is not like this. It is have to be percentage, right? So when you run it, loan paid off in 52 months. Loan paid off in 52 months. If principal is less than 0, principal equals to 0. If month is greater than 1000, print payment too low to ever pay off the loan. Break. So here I got the point that here we done wrong. So 0.12 divisible by 12 means we did not get 0.1, we get 0.01. So for I equal to 20,000. So 20,000 into, what is that interest? Monthly interest was not 0, 0.1, 0.01. So what is the 0.01 was 200. So like this, when we are for 20,000, we are adding 200. But again, at the same time, we are paying that, we are they were adding 200 and 200, right? Yeah, 200 only. So they were adding 200, we are paying 500. So per month it was decreasing like 300. So like that for every month we are getting like decreasing the 20,000, 300, 300 like that. So if you, yeah, 300 like that. So After this, it will cover the month. So yeah, this loop works like that. So downside is a thing that if the month will be greater than 1,000, like first there are some cases that if you increase the interest or if you increase the principal, but you just still the payment equal to 500, then in sometimes month will be greater than 1,000 also. So how it will be greater than 1,000 means, see here, this is 20,000. Keep it 2 lakh and interest becomes not 0.12, 0.9. So run it, payment too low to ever pay off the loan. So nearly the loan paid in 1,001 months, right? So the loan paid in a 1,001 months. So for example, if we decrease somehow 8.8, sorry, 8.88, so 0.88. So when we run it again, now also same. So again run it. Oh, okay then change it to the 5. So, so see here, I got that thing. So previously when we are doing like 0, 0, right? So when we run it, the months will taken one at one. So no, the months are not taken one at one because why am I saying that thing? So see here, when the loop runs, so principal was greater than 0. Yeah, we taking nearly 20 lakhs. So 20 lakh only, right? So yeah, 20 lakh. So the principal was greater than 0. So this condition leave because it never less than 0. So interest equal to everything was counted. So the month also counted. So here, what is the condition why we are stopping here was because of this thing, payment too low to ever pay off the loan. So here we got this thing means we are getting the pass. So month is which we enter like when it was calculating the month was greater than 1,000, so break. So when we are breaking it, the it will printing, after the printing it will stop the whole loop. So but see here, this loan paid off in 101 months, this is came from, yeah, outside the loop. So it have to print after the loop running. It must be printed. So when we are printing it here, what is the value of month? See after when it was crossing this 1,000. Okay, after the crossing this 1,000, it starts from 1,001, 1,002. After that, so you will get any year like any months. Okay, if any months, then it will show the this thing and it will break that. So it will, oh, how many months? So see here, when the month getting 1,001, so it will stop the loop. So it will shows the 1,001. So like that. After when it going immediately to the 101, sorry 1,001, so it will stop the loop. So that is the reason it was saying if we enter here 20 lakh, it will see, so I mean it will give the same output. If you give 2 lakh, yeah, other than that, yeah, it will show the same thing because it was the months which we have to pay. So the months is greater than 1,000. If you give 20,000 and 0.2 annual rate, it will take 67 months. So give this 3. So when you're giving 3, it was saying the months are greater. So like that. Yeah, we if we want to calculate it, so just open the calculator. So what is that? 0.3, 0.3, sorry, 0.3. So it into right. So which was into what is the value? Oh, sorry, divisible again 0.3 into Oh shit. I am using the same thing again and again. 0.3 divisible by, right? Divisible by 12. So we are getting 0.025. So when we are 0.025, so when we multiplied the thing with the principal, what is the principal? Principal was 20,000. 20000. Okay. What is the output? 500. Okay. Like why it was showing above nearly how much? Wait. Yeah. It was showing that paid off in 1001 months. So when it was getting above 1000, it will show the same thing. We know that because after immediately when the month was crossing this 1000, so it will break the loop so that we are getting every time if 1001 when the month was getting greater than zero. So here you can see why we are the amount was very less, right? So the interest was 500 only, but why we get 1001 months? Because see here, we're adding 5000 and we are removing the 5000. Then how it will be principal will be like this 20,000 will be decreased, right? So what is the value like what is the thing that interest was 500 and what is the value of payment? Same 500. So you are adding 500 and removing the 500. Then how it will be the principal like will be decreased. It's still 20,000 up to like it will if you want to calculate then it will say that infinite, right? So it will be infinite. If you want to see it whether it was infinite or not, just print like print month. So it will prints every month value like 1 2 3 starts from 1. So see 1 2 3 it goes up to 1000. Okay, it goes up to 1000, but after uh, greater than 1000, it will show that it will break the loop because what it we did was if month is greater than 1000 like that. Otherwise, it will reaches to infinite. Okay, it will reach to infinite. So like that it happens. So that is the reason that we are getting if we just increase the 0.1%, but that 0.1% will increases like equaling the both interest and payment. So 500 equal to 500 you are adding and subtracting, so how it will be these 20,000 will be decreased. So you have to add some more money, for example 501. So if I run it again, it will takes nearly 252 months. Just I increased only 1 rupee in payment. I want to pay for every month 501 rupee. Before 500, when I entered 500, it takes near like infinity. If I giving per month 500 in every month, my lifetime is also not enough for that. So I just increased only 1 rupee for month. So what it was done was is saying that in the 252 months is enough for clearing your 20,000 loan. So that is that like that. So for example, if you giving 600, so it will decrease the months that you can complete in 73 months like that. It whole depends on like that. So previously the years are like the 500 is not the interest of 500 like yeah, the interest is 500. It's not a big task for paying, but we are paying and getting interest are say both are equal. So it is an infinity loop like you have to pay continuously, then it will getting increase and day by day like that. So let not increase, it will still 20,000 at in every month. Okay, and every month you are getting 5,000 plus and you are paying that for that, but you are not paying for that 20,000. Your 500 was going for only interest. So like that we are calculate this loan. Yeah, after that elevator simulation. Okay, elevator simulation, right? So here elevator simulation. So what is this? An elevator starts at floor 1 and must reach floor 9, moving one floor per second, but reversing direction if it is overshoots. Okay, means current floor is 1, destination we have to go up to 9. So he used while loop that if current floor is not equal to destination, means the current floor we have to increment to the current floor. So if the current floor equal to destination, you have to stop the loop, means you have to stop the elevator. So you have to print, yeah, we arrived to the ninth floor, like that. If current floor is less than destination, so you have to print current floor plus one. You are adding the increment and print going up. Now at floor, current floor, what is the floor? You have to print that. Else current floor minus one. And again print going down. Now at floor, yeah. Now at the floor, current floor like that. So see when I compile in the compiler, yeah. See this thing that what we are going to do with this was current floor was 1, destination was 9. So if you want, if there is a floors, we don't know how many floors in the building. If maybe the 10, 20, 30, 40 like that. So we don't know the number of floors having by the building. So but here our current floor is starts from 1. So we are starting from 1. So we want to go to the destination 9. So I want to do one thing that take both as input. uh, Enter the floor. Same thing. Into enter the floor. So see here, uh, right. When you are taking inputs, so current floor which was not equal to destination, if it will equal then print arrived. So if you were in ninth floor and you are saying that I want to go in ninth floor, you are still ninth floor, you are saying yeah I want to go ninth floor. So when you are going to this loop, your destination was ninth floor and you want to go was ninth floor, like you are currently having in ninth floor and your destination also ninth floor, so both are equal. The while loop does not work, sorry, does not iterate, so it will gives goes to the print arrived. So you all are already here, you arrived, it will print the arrived. So for example, see here, yeah. So if current floor, yeah, if current floor is less than destination, so current floor is less than destination, you can print in a another type and another thing. I will say it later. First of all, while loop, if you enter a current floor which was not equal to your destination, okay, if current floor is less than destination, you have to increment it, right? If you are in the first floor, second floor, third floor, when you are increment it, it will say yeah coming after yeah, it will add plus one plus one plus one plus one like that. When it comes to the your destination number, you both are equal and it will say yeah arrived, because it will stop the loop, because the current floor is equal to destination. Otherwise, if the floor which was you entered, so now we are in 10th, so we have to go 6th. So we have to do decrement. Why? Because we are going down. So if when we are doing decrement 10 to 9, 9 to 8, 8 to 7 like that, when we are going to 6, it will do nothing. So see here, when I before when I run it, it will ask the enter the floor, which was your current floor. Enter the current floor, enter the, yeah, enter the destination floor. So run it again, it asks the enter the current floor. I am in, so I am in 13th floor. I want to go third floor. So see here 12, 11, 10. When we are going to the 3, so yeah, going down now at floor 12, going down now at floor 11, and like that, going down now at floor 3, arrived like that. So see here, the increment which was used above the print, he did not use below the print, he used above the print, because here we, yeah, giving the inputs, right? So that is the reason when we are doing increment here. So I am at 13th floor. So 13 is greater than 3. So it will choose the else part. So what is that else part was? Current floor is minus 1. Okay. Current floor is minus 1. Like, sorry. Current floor becomes minus 1. Means from 13 to 12, 11, 10, 9, like that. So here also decrement was above the print. So what is the meaning was? When it completes the 3, sorry, 4, after it will goes at here. Okay, sorry, after it will complete the 4. What is the 4 minus 1? The if here 4 is not equal to 3, our destination was 3, our current floor was 4 at where this line. So after that 4 was greater than 3, because so that we choose else part. What is the else part was? 4 minus 1. What is the 4 minus 1? 3. So it will print the value at here. So that is the reason we get 3. Otherwise, if you printed the same thing at here, so then you will get the thing there. Yeah. If you print the same thing above the decrement, you did not get this line. You will get this line with the 13, this line with the 12, like that, this line with the 4. And after the 4, arrived. So I think other than this, we can go with like this. So Control C. So again run it. It will ask the floor 13, 3. So it says that going down now at floor 13. After the going down now at floor 4. After this arrived. So our destination, it will saying that going down now at floor 4. After that floor, what is that? Arrived. So we reached our destination like that. If you want another thing, see here. If you can do another thing, while we use this while current floor equals to destination, right? So here current floor plus one, other minus one, like that. Do here the same thing going up. Okay. So this is how like now at 13 we are going down. Now at 12 we're going down like that. This sounds good. So after that, if like current, right, floor is equal to the destination. So sorry, destination. So what will do happen was, yeah. So so if you want one thing that whether if you are in the floor ninth and you are keep the destination also ninth, so what you have to do? If you can do the thing that if current floor equals to destination, so you are already in, what is that thing? Yeah, you already in side ninth floor, in the ninth floor. But this print arrived also prints the in the same way. So for this query, you have to do another thing was take a variable, another variable which was tr count. Count equals to 0. Starting, there is no count for that. So here onwards, the count becomes the count starts count plus 1. So sorry, plus equal to 1. Here also in else part also count becomes plus 1. In the both conditions, count will adding 1. So in the form of like this, instead of this we can do this count plus 1, and when while loop runs count plus 1. So here you do one thing. If count is equal to 0, which was we run here. So what is the meaning of this? If count was equal to 0. So when the count was equal to 0, the meaning was here the loop was does not run, like does not iterated. So if the loop was at once it will run, then we will get the count value 1. But the still we getting the value of count was 0, then what is the meaning was this loop was doesn't run. So what is the meaning of that was this condition was failed. So when this condition failed, we can't run this code. So here when the count equal to 0, the meaning was we did not run this code. So for that is the reason this condition failed. For this condition, how this condition will be fails, current floor equal to destination. So here you have to print not arrived. Here you have to print, yeah, here you have to print already in. What is the value of destination? You have to write that. So you can write both like destination or current floor. Destination. Okay. So yeah, here add f. Otherwise, it doesn't understand the value of destination. So here write another thing else and give one increment. If otherwise, it will print arrived, because when count becomes 1, 2, 3, or other than 0, the count becomes 1, 2, 3, or minus 1, 2, 3 like that. So what is the meaning of that was this loop was run. So when this loop runs, count becomes 1. When the loop second time runs, count become 2, 3 like that. So when the count is not equal to 0, the meaning was this loop was have run. So when you run it, it will ask the floor. So you entered 12, enter 12, already in 12. So you are already in 12th floor. So add, this is not good th, because the in second means we use nd, but here th. Okay, no problem for that. 12th floor. Okay, like that. Okay. Already you are in ninth floor. So other than that, if you use another variable like I am in 15th floor, I want to go 7th floor. So going down now at floor 15. Yeah, going down 14. Going down now at floor 8. So when 7 came, arrived like that. That's why I write this decremented here. We did not done any increment, right? So arrived. Why we get arrived? Because here the value of count was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here the value of count was 8. So that is the reason I printed arrived. So if I give 3 and my destination was 10. So going up, now we are at floor 3, and going up. After the going up from the ninth floor, arrived. So like that. So this is how we are finding whether when we are going up, we have to print like this. If we are going down, we have to print like this. So from this, we have to see that whether we are like our destination and our current floor, how it will be. So go whether we have to go up, otherwise whether we have to go down like that something. So the message for this message we are doing this, and yeah. So now we are going to discuss this fifth question. So car fuel. A car consumes fuel per mile driven and must stop in refuel automatically when the tank gets low. So until the full trip distance is covered. So here the fuel equals to 40. mileage equals to 15 kilometer per liter. Okay, 15 kilometer per liter. So distance remaining 900. We are having fuel 40. So 1 liter 15. So 15 into 40, 600. So we want 300 extra. Tank capacity is 40. Okay. So yeah, distance remaining. If yeah, there is 900, right? So how we calculate this distance remaining 900, okay? So with this mileage and with this fuel, we have to go 900 kilometers. So distance is greater than 0. So we have to uh, go into the loop. So what is the loop and what is the conditions? So inside that there is no condition, only just statements. So let's see the statements which they were used for the question. Go with the compiler. So here solution. So remove this solution. So what is that? Fuel equal to, like, for first lines we already done. So here, while distance remaining at greater than 0, so you have to go with that. What is that? Max. Otherwise, if distance remaining is not 0, like it will be 0. So what is that means? So we have to go with the print. I mean, trip completed, complete. So like that. So other than that, there is remaining 900 kilometers. So we have to go with like that. So maximum travel this, yeah, with this fuel, I think so. Yeah, with this fuel. Presently, we are having 40 liters of fuel. So with the present fuel, so maximum how much yeah, kilometers we can travel. So distance we can travel. So here fuel into mileage. Yeah, mileage into how much we are having the fuel. So multiplying. So fuel into, right, 40 into 15. What we will get? 600. Yeah. 5 4 just 60, 0, 600. So after this, yeah, he was mentioning leg, but somewhat equal to minimum of max travel, this luggage and distance remaining. So we have to do one thing. Max. Okay, max is a keyword. So don't use max. Max underscore. This is better for that. Because in coming mathematical, yeah, after this session, so I have to complete the unit 3 concepts. After that I will start the mathematical functions in def functions. Okay, def functions. So in def functions, mathematical functions, I have to give example. So in that examples I will clearly say that what is minimum, what is maximum, like that, having some functions. So after this, distance remaining, so you can write it distance. You have to go 900 kilometers. So min means, see, in inside the minimum there is two variables I have to give, because see here, minimum means both of, like, from inside the brackets which we entered variables, right? So among them, which variable was less? Okay, which variable was having less value, so it will consider that. If you use max means among these two variables, it will choose which variable was high, like which variable was more. So the value of the variable will more than that others, so it will consider that which max. So in min, which having less value, so it will consider that. So here you can say that previously for finding the large number and yeah, previously we are trying to find the large number in three, like three largest, sorry, largest number from given three numbers, like that. From there we done like using if else. So if you ask, we can go with the minimum maximum also. Yeah, we can go, but we have to give inputs for this minimum and maximum. See, in that sum, so how they will give us? They will give a list. Okay, they will give a list. So with that list, they will say that from this list you have to take out the minimum. So what you have to do? Minimum of that list. So like that. For say for example, we take now that a equal to brackets 2 comma 3 comma 7 comma 5 comma 6 comma 3. So let's find b, sorry, print. Okay, so sorry, this thing at above. So print min of a. This is the list, right? So 2. If you want to change and use maximum, so this is how it will get. Okay, maximum was 7 from the list. So if the list anything like that, so that take the input and write that maximum or minimum like that. So this is how this min and max works. So yeah, so here when we are the max means how much distance we can travel with the present fuel. Our present fuel was 40. Okay, so with this 40 we can go up to 600 kilometers. So here we have to take a minimum value from the max and distance. So which was less, whether 600 or 900? 600. So it will pick the max, which was this one. Why it was doing this statement was, see here, if here, for example, the distance was 900, where in we can go up to 600. So it have to find which was less, because when it choose this mileage, like we can go with the present fuel distance, so it will choose that thing. So what will be happen? So we want more fuel to go another 300 kilometers, but when it will choose 900, so what is the meaning of that? This when we are entering this 14 15, like, so it is greater than distance. So our destination, okay, our destination is less than our distance we can travel. Okay, maximum distance we can travel less than the distance, our destination. Okay, so here it will pick 40 15 we given, right? So mileage is 15 and fuel was 40. So what is that mean was we can go up to 600 with the 40 liters fuel. So but we have to go 900. So for that it have to choose whether we have to go like we have to take fuel for more, or the fuel was enough for seeing that. See here, minimum of max distance. So what he was doing was distance remaining. Yeah, what is the distance remaining? Okay, okay. I did not done in it. So distance is 900 minus. Okay. So here it was saying that if it will pick the distance, so it is L. L means which it picks the other than maximum distance we can travel or distance remaining, like our destination. So it was saying that if it will pick destinations, and then what will be happen? Destination becomes 0, because when it will pick the destination, so it was picking the destination. So we are at destination when the destination is minus destination, so it becomes 0. So that means we can go to the destination with our present fuel. But if it picks maximum we can travel, so what will happen was the distance minus maximum we can travel, so we will get some number, because when it picks among the both it will pick the maximum, then what with the meaning was maximum was less than the distance. Because of that the minimum value is maximum it picking, so it picks. So distance equals to, like, distance minus equal to maximum distance we can travel. So when it was negative, we get some value. So for that, see here, when we are going down, fuel, what is that? 40. So 40 minus, what is that? Oh, L. L means, yeah, L, which we can choose one of the maximum distance. So L by mileage. So what is that mileage? Yeah, 15. So when we are dividing that, we get the fuel. See here, for example, we will go from here. Suppose L equals to distance, which was, yeah, distance. Means what is the meaning? Maximum we can travel is greater than distance. So this fuel is enough for our travel. So when you're going here, okay. So here, if you assume this fuel is enough for our travel, so you have to change the number to 500. So go here, fuel minus. So here, see, fuel, okay, fuel minus equal to L. What is the L? Distance. What is the distance? 500. 500 by 15. Okay. So what we will get? We will get approx 50. Sorry. We will get 333 point something we will get. Okay. See, here is the fuel, right? Okay. This fuel was saying that minus equal to L by, we assumed L as mileage. So here the fuel which was 40 here minus equal to, what is the L here? If we assume distance as a L, so the distance was 500 by, what is the mileage? Mileage of the vehicle is 15. So we will get here, what is that number? 33 point something. So 40 minus, okay, sorry, minus equal to 33 point, right? 33 point, yeah, 33.33. So we will get that the new fuel, the value of new fuel is, what is that? 40 minus 33 means 6.67. So 6.67. The remaining fuel, when we reached our destination, so remaining fuel was 6.67 in the vehicle. So what I am saying was, so if we choose the destination, so what is that? The destination is greater less than our maximum travel we can do. So here our petrol is enough for going to our destination. So when we are completed our task, like we already reached our destination, so at that time we are having 6.67 fuel in our tank. So after that, if distance is greater than 0 and fuel is less than 2, so distance is greater than 0. So what is that was, distance is greater than 0. After that, like what we done before time was distance minus L. If for suppose we choose distance, the minimum value was distance. So what is that meaning? So here it doesn't choose this if statement. Okay, he also changed to the distance, not distance remaining. So if it will choose the distance, okay, for example, it will choose the distance. What is the new value of distance? Because we do increment, right? We know that how it works. So it will do the thing which this assignment was, like distance minus distance. After that, it will update to the same element distance. So here, when we choose distance minus distance, what is that? 0. So that 0 will update it to the distance. So now the value is not 500, then now the value of the distance was 0. So when it's 0, the statement was false because we used and here. So if both of the conditions were true, then only we can enter into the if. Otherwise, we have to go here. So when this distance becomes 0, okay, because distance minus L, what is L? If we choose distance, then we will get this thing, right? So we will get again here. So here, what is the condition? The condition was distance is greater than 0. So what is the thing was, we done distance is 0. So here it was saying that if distance is greater than 0, then only you can enter into the loop. So here what was done was, this condition was failed. So we have to come out of the loop. So after coming out of the loop, because this condition will fail, so what is that? Print trip complete. So it prints the trip complete. So after the one iteration, which like if it will choose distance, okay, in this case it will choose distance only because 400 into 15, 600, 600 is greater than 500. So that, but previously he given was 900. So for that, how it will works for 900, how it will be works. So maximum fuel is 600. I mean, maximum distance we can travel with our present fuel was 600. So L equal to minimum of maximum common distance. So maximum how much we can travel 600. What is the distance here? 900. So see, yeah. Now which was which was lesser? So this is the lesser than distance. So it will pick the maximum we can travel. So distance minus maximum we can travel. So what is the distance now? So the distance, the updated distance was which was 600, 900 minus 600 because distance minus L. What is the L? Maximum maximum distance we can travel with our present fuel. So 900 minus 600, it will be 300. So our new fuel was, what is that? New fuel, not new distance. Okay, new distance was, our new distance was 300. Okay. Oh, we can't write like this. So here the distance was 300 because after the needed. So after completing this fuel, we have to go further 300 kilometers. So and the fuel which was L is how much? 600. So fuel minus, right? So fuel is 40. So fuel is 40. What is L here? L was 600. Okay, because the maximum we can travel 600. So 600 minus 600 by mileage is 40 only. 600 by 15 is 40. So 40 minus equal to 40. So here the new fuel was fuel was equal to 0. So now the fuel was 0. Okay, because we already completed our full fuel. So we have to take more. Otherwise, yeah, when we are going after this, so when we are going further, okay, so see here again loop runs. Like, see, if distance is greater than 0, yeah, distance is greater than 0 because we have to go further 300 kilometers. So distance is greater than 0. And fuel was less than 2. No, yeah, fuel is less than 2. Because see here, what is the fuel now? 0. We have completed our full tank. So fuel was less than 2. So print fuel low. Okay, print fuel low. Refueling. Okay. So what the message was? Fuel was low. We are refueling. So fuel equals to tank capacity. So after the thing was when we are refueling. So after that, this printing this message. After that, our fuel becomes tank capacity. What is the tank capacity? 40. So full tank. Okay, we are doing the full tank. After that, this fuel low, and after that, this message is coming, and immediately our fuel becomes 40. And again, loop runs. Why? Because the distance is not 0. The distance is still 300. So after that, distance is greater than 0. Yeah, distance was greater than 0. That too, the distance was 300. And after that, L equals to minimum of maximum common distance. Same thing will be runs again. That here, but here now the thing was here the distance is not 900. The distance is 300. So the our maximum we can travel with our fuel was, what is the fuel full tank completed, right? So 40, 15, 600. So after this, what will be happen was, yeah. maximum comma distance. So it will choose the distance only because maximum 600, distance was 300. After choosing 300, 300 minus, sorry, distance minus L, it becomes 0. So after that, when it go into if statement, what is the if statement? Here, the distance is greater than 0. No, because 300, distance is 300 and L is also 300. 300 minus 300, 0. So it will go, this if statement was false. This if statement was false, it goes here. Distance is greater than 0. No, the distance was already 0 because 300 minus 300. So that remove these things. When you run it, it will show that, yeah, first of all, it will show that fuel low, refueling, trip complete. See, yeah, like that. So if you want furthermore, we can do with like getting new messages and like that. So yeah, and after that, so here if you want, you can print the fuel also. So no need, then leave that. So this is how this sum runs. So here you want that the logics which he used. So how to find the with our having our mileage and having our fuel, like we know how much fuel in our tank. So how we have to find the how we can travel up to which distance, and after that this finding the minimum, and after that subtract it from the distance and we get some distance, right? If the distance is greater than 0, this every like this whole sum we have to do your own. And this is I want to say like how it will runs and how it was going on. So for this example, this code was the answer. So how it will be have to be run, so I am explaining that. So in but in like practices, like in everything, so you have to do your own this whole code. So you have to practice more number of sums, then you can get the logics, this logics where you have to do increment and increment. After that he use, sorry, increment not decrement. So yeah, after that he used if else, if the this thing will be happen, so tank will be again get fuel full tank, complete full tank. So after that distance again loop runs, so until and unless this distance becomes less than 0, sorry, equal to 0 or less than 0. Less than 0 is never be like that, just equal to 0. Less than also will be, so like, yeah, never be. So because if the distance is before, then we can stop there, right? It's not an elevator, right? In elevator sum what we did was, we did like, yeah, in elevator sum what we did was, if from above we can go to the downside, for we use decrement. So for down, from down, if we want to go up, so we use it same increment, like that. But here if you were, can you can go up to 600 but your destination was 400, so what is the need of going further, right? So the distance never be negative. If the distance equal to 0, then you have to choose trip complete. Otherwise, up to this value will be runs and the condition which was given, distance is greater than 0 and fuel less than 2. So for fuel less than 2, right? So for this, what we are going to do was, if we our fuel will becomes, yeah, what is the L 600, it will choose this thing. So if you give 599, right? Otherwise 590 is also 590, which was less than 10. So here the distance was 590. So yeah, distance was greater than 0. Here when coming to the fuel, fuel minus equal to L. What is the L? So L was 590, not 600. Here distance is lesser than this thing. So 590 by 15. Other than that, this 585, okay, 585, then it will give approx 39. So there is only one letter remaining. What? Yeah, yeah. Distance, which was this one, 585 greater than 0, we can enter into the loop. When we are going with that, here, see here, the distance becomes 0 because see the distance which was we covered, like we have to cover, so it becomes 0 because our we can go up to 600, but our destination was 585. So this condition also fails because of the distance becomes 0, and again it will goes here. So the distance becomes 0. So 0 is not greater than 0, right? So it will switch the print trip complete like that. So when fuel less than 2, it will stops. Otherwise, it will show the fuel low and refueling. Like you have to go there. Is the thing that password some checker with retrieve. So keep prompting AI users to set a password until it saves length, digit, and special character rules. Yeah. So you want a password that length, I mean satisfies the length and digit and specific character rules. Like there is a rules right in, for example, Gmail password or Instagram password. So the passwords when you're giving that, it will show the instructions nearly 7 to 8, I think so. So it have to be length. It will give the length. So you have to reach this length. Must have should that, and you have to use digit. Okay, digit, and you have to use special characters like at the rate asterisk one, and you have to use capital A and means capital letters and small letters both like that. So it will gives like that. So for that you have to keep prompting. So you have to use a loop. Okay. For using the loop, we can see keep prompting means you have to give again and again and again until and unless you satisfy the length, digit, and special character rules. So here we are using this while loop. Okay. Here, first he used def function. We also no, we not completed this def function, right? But we done with this generalization, like yeah, generalization. So what we have to do? If we skip it, then we can go. Okay, no problem with it. When yeah, fixed question, right? So when we are going through the def function, at that time I will explain this question. But now skip the question. This is it with fully while loop. So we can go with this question. So what is that? Shopping cart within budget. Okay, within budget. So if your budget is 1200, so when your products was greater than 1200, so it will be says stop the loop. I mean stop the buying. So here wish list. So this is the list which you have to buy, I think so. So when you're adding this, it never be greater than 2000. But see, 700, 900, 300, I think greater than 3000. Yeah, cart is empty. Yeah, starting cart is empty. After that, we slowly choose our items and keep into the cart. So presently the cart was empty. So because he was taking the empty list because of cart was empty at starting, and after that I equal to 0. Why we I equal to 0? We are taking I equal to 0 was for that loop runs. See, in previously when we can use same for loop at here also, because either than this while loop, for loop is more convenient for this question, because when you use for I in wish list, so it will pick the every element and it will add the total, and and we can go outside the loop and we will say if budget is less than 0, if budget is greater than 0, like that. So wait, first of all we see that what is the meaning of wish list. item price equals to, okay, if item price less than equals to budget, okay, cart dot append of item price. Okay, okay, sorry, he was saying that keep adding items to a cart from a wish list while there is enough budget. Okay, he was saying for each element. Okay, other than this, we think different, right? So it is good for it. He was doing that if a item which greater than 2000, then stop that. But budget means we have to add every products, yeah, cost, and we have to find the cost whether greater than budget or less than budget. But what here they done was, yeah, see, okay, okay, yeah. If the item price is greater than equals to budget, then cart dot append, okay, item price. So budget minus item price. So here he was slowly removing that. So if we go yeah, if you go like this, then you will get the exact like meaning. And other than that, see, he completed in 3 lines, so we can go with like that. Else means if item price is greater than budget, the first item price is greater than budget. So what will be happen? Print skipping item priced, item price. Sorry, yeah, which your item price was insufficient budget. You have to print, and again I plus one. Increment is sorry, compulsory, because without the increment in while loop we cannot go further. So with that, when we do compile on this, so here see wish list. So what is the wish list was 1200, 300, 450, 900, 150, 700, like that. So here budget was 2000. Okay, budget was 2000, and not through 2000, let's do 3000, and here 550. Okay, so here when you are going with this, cart is empty at starting, so I equal to 0 because of iterations. We want number of like iterations, and we are using list, right? So for list, I like index is compulsory. For index we use I. So that is the reason why we taken I initial value was 0. So when I initial value was 0, then we can go further, like taking the value from 1200 to 700, up to 700. So I is less than length of wish list. So list is also keyword, so it was showing like that, so no problem with that. So list, so see here length of the list which we entered. So while I is less than length of the list and budget is greater than 0, so budget is greater than 0. Yeah, budget is greater than 0, and if budget is not greater than 0, so it will says that, yeah, it will goes to the directly here. What is that? Cart. So what is the cart? If budget is not greater than 0, budget equal to 0, then what will be happen? It will print the empty cart, and it will print remaining budget. So what is the remaining budget was 0, because it will print the direct value of 0. So here if you take budget as an input, int of, and I will say how a list can take as an input. Okay, how a list we can take as an input, but it is not now, after. So but yeah, in compiler taking list as input is somewhat not difficult. We have to enter more numbers, so not at all a problem. See here, we go with, now for present we go with this budget as an input, like enter, enter budget. So when I will run, it says that enter budget. So when I enter the budget, so it goes at here. I which I entered 0. 0 is less than length of the list was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. So yeah, it was true. And budget was greater than 0, which depends on what number I enter. So after that, item price. Okay, item price. So see here, item price equals to which list of I. So sorry, list of I. So what is the list of I was? Then list one, convert it into a list one. So because list is a keyword, so list one of I. So what is the list one of I? So what is the value of I was here? The value of I was 0, right? So list one 0. So I already said index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you do with that, list one 0 means it will give 1200. 1200 is less than equals to budget. Yeah. Means yeah, correct. So when if we enter budget which was greater than 1200, so it will choose the if part. Otherwise, it will choose the else part, which prints that skipping item priced. So this item price was heavy, so you have to skip this because it is insufficient. Like you're having insufficient balance. It will show like that. So but the increment never stops because until and unless this while loop gets 0, like yeah, this while loop the one of the condition will be 0, then only the while loop stops, otherwise it will runs again and again. So now see here for after that. What is the inside the if statement? For example, we entered 1200 and here we entered here we entered 1200, which was this one, and here we entered like 3000. And yeah, sorry, item price equals that thing, right? So here 1200, budget was, what is the budget? 3000. So cart dot, which was empty list, that is already empty list. So you are adding append. I already said the function append. What is the function was append, which does adding the elements to the list. List, not empty list. You can add we can use append to the list also with having 3 or 4 elements, and we can add the other elements also. But here now presently we are using the empty list. So cart dot append means it will add the item price, which was 1200, right? It will add to the cart. And after that, budget minus item price. If the condition which item price is less than equal to budget means budget was greater than or equals to item price, so that we can remove the item price from the budget, and remaining budget will update it in next iteration. When we run the loop again, so at that time the new value of budget was, which was removed this item price from the budget, so that is the new value for budget. So for example, now I entered 1500. What is that? Budget. Okay, budget. Our budget was 1500. So what will be happen? For first item, it will be supports because 1200 is less than equals to 15. So it will choose the if part. So after going to the if part, the cart will add the item because the we are having enough budget. So after that, budget minus equal to item. So what is the item price? 1200. So we will get 300. Like the remaining 1500 minus 1200 was 300. So here after that, if statement was works, then there is no need of going to the else. So after that, increment. Other than increment, we cannot go further. So that again it goes to the while loop. So now in this iteration the value of I was 1. So item price. So what is the new value of item price? List 1 1. So what is the list 1 1? List 1 0 was 1200. List 1 1 was 300. So now 300 is equal to 300. So there is no problem with that for, yeah, getting the item. So after that, cart dot append item price. So what is the item price? The item price was 300. So it will add to the empty list. We already added 1200. Now we are adding 300. After that, budget minus equal to item price. So what is the new value of budget now? So we entered 1500. 1200 completed for the first item. For the second item, we completed other 300. So the now the budget was 0 because our money was completed, right? So our money was completed. So now we have to go when yeah, we have to do increment here. After doing increment, we have to go here. So what is the increment? I equal to plus 1. So what is the value of I was? 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. So the new value of I was 2. 2 is less than, yeah, true. But when we are coming to the here, what is that? And budget was greater than 0. So no, budget was not greater than 0. Budget equal to 0 because we entered 1500, right? So for the 1500, budget never be greater than 0 equal to 0. So for the so that the loop will be never be run, so it goes to the print part. So what is the cart was 1200 comma 300 and print remaining budget. What is the remaining budget? 0. So when you run it, it will ask the input. So if you give 1500, so you can buy 1200 item and 300 item. Remaining budget is 0. So this is how you can go with. Otherwise, there is another option that, see, for example, I entered which was remove this 300 and add some big amount here like 900. Yeah, 900. Remove here, give 300. So here you have to be, if you enter 1500 here. In this situation, if you enter 1500, okay, for 1500, how it will be run? For first iteration, which was I taking 0, so same thing will be run. It will choose the if part. For second part, what it will be choose? It will be choose like item price, which was list 1 of 1. What is that? 900. 900 is less than equal to budget. What is the budget here? 1500 and 1200 completed. 300 we are having remaining because we done that thing also here, which was removing the item price from the budget and updating the budget. So here now item price was 900, budget was 300. So it this condition will be I mean false. So it will choose the else part. What is the else part? Print skipping item priced, or you have to enter the price 900, insufficient budget. But the increment never be stops when until this condition, both of one of the conditions will be failed. So after this, again going that here, and for 2, I equal to 2, it will choose 450. So what is the 450? Which one? Item price is 450. So item price was 450. 450 is less than equal to 300. No, 450 was greater than 300. So it will choose, yeah, else part. Again, it will say skipping item priced how much? 450, insufficient budget. But increment, again increment. Because of that, we are having some money with us. So we have to complete that. So until and unless the I less than length or budget equal to 0, it was running again and again. So after that, when coming to the 300, so yeah, 300 we previously done the iteration. So for this 300, yeah, this choose this part, and after coming from, we are having remaining 300, and the 300 was completed for this. What is that? Yeah, price the item. So our budget becomes 0. So cart will add this 1200 and 300, but it will give some lines. So now our budget was 1500. Skipping item price 900, insufficient budget. So when you entered 1500, so your now your balance was not 1500 after 1200 300. For 900 450, you you didn't have enough budget, so that it will show like that. So remaining budget was 0 now. So for example, if you want in another form, see here 1200, right? So what is the minimum value? Like after the 1200, what is the minimum value? The minimum value was 300, right? So you have to give the money which was less than 300, like 1200 plus less than 300 is 1499. Okay, you can give 1499. You are having 1499, enter. So it will skip every item 900, 450, 300, 550, 700 because you're having not having enough budget for that. You're after the yeah, purchasing this 1200 item, you're having 299. So there is no item having the price 299 or less than 299. Every item having above 299, like 300, 450, 550, like that. So your revenue budget was 299. If you had 1 rupee, then you can get 300. I having 300, but not a problem. So if you run it again, if you 10,000, yeah, you can buy every item which list, like in list one. So after buying that, you are having 5,900 in your bank account. So we can go like this. Yeah. After that, yeah. After that, if you at the starting, if you have budget 100, you cannot buy any item from above. So your card is zero because you cannot select any item. You did not have budget for that. So remaining budget is 100. So now your budget zero. There is no card, no remaining budget. Like that. It works. So you're going to the second question, that is traffic light state machine. Okay. Simulate a traffic light cycle red, green, yellow, and again red for a fixed number of full cycles. Yeah. Previously, when I came for like I think while loop. Yeah. While loop or something. If else. Same thing I get that. So I at that time I said after we can go with that. So this is the time for that. See, cycle needed 3. Cycle done 0. So presently there is no cycle before we are starting that. So we are cycle needed 3 because red to green 1, green to yellow, yellow to red again. So it will automatically comes here red to green, green to yellow, yellow to red. So this is like yeah. So one cycle, one cycle, one cycle. After that, it will comes to here and again start the another cycle. So this is how it will do. So after that, when we are going to down, cycle needed 3. Okay, cycle done 0. State is red. So it was giving that the starting state was red. Okay, so the starting states were red here. After that, while cycle done, less than cycle needed. So here the condition which we can enter into the while loop, that here the cycle done condition was cycle done less than cycles needed. So cycles done. You know that the cycles done was 0 because like previously what we done, I is less than or equals to length of the. Yeah, I think it's still having there. Yeah, see how we done I equal taking 0 and we done doing that I is less than length of the list, so we can enter into the loop. So like that here, see we know that this thing and yeah. So cycle done equal to 0. So same thing here, cycle done is less than cycles needed. So after that print state. After this condition were true, so after this condition were true, so we can go into the loop. What is that loop was print state. So here, so print state. So what is the state starting? At the starting, the state was red here, the red. So when we are coming to the here, if state equal to red, this condition, so state equal to red, state becomes green. So what here it was going to say was, so what is the difference between this equal to and what is the difference between this equal to? So I previously said if whether you have to check checking this purpose, like this equal to is for checking whether the state is equal to red or the state is equal to, means the answer for this state equal to red means whether true or false. like that. Other than this, there is no value for this. If you will get true or false, the both things if you will get. So here state equal to red, yeah, true. We can go into the loop. Sorry, we can go into the if statement. So inside the if statement, what is that was the state equal to green. So what is the single equal to means the difference is the single equal to the yeah the property of this symbol was we are changing the value of the variable. So what is the variable here? The state was a variable. So you are changing the state, the value state here. The value of state was previously red. So now you are changing the variable to the green. Like we doing right. So a equal to 20, b equal to sorry a equal to 20, and again a equal to 10. If you print, it will give 10 only because the last the we here we are changing the value of variable, same thing here the variable was state and we are changing the value of state from red to green, there 20 to 10 like that to red to green. So when we are going like this, so with this elif again see this is a loop, right? So after the if getting true, loop will be stops. I mean sorry, stops means uh, the if the elif and this elif will never be counted, like it doesn't care about that because if statement was correct, like getting true, so these two will be not considerable after going from here directly. Okay, sorry, this cycle have to be at here, right? Yeah, this cycle have to be at here. This cycle have to be at here. So let's suppose, okay, do in compiler, we will get the full idea about this question. So why he done that increment inside the elif. So here we are now we are in if statement that state becomes green. After that, when we are going down, cycle never be one. It still zero. Whether we if we go into the yellow, the color yellow. Okay, okay. So I got the point that see here. Yeah, there is I think nearly we can go with like that. See, if I run it, I will get the point that see if I run it, what I will get first red. After red to green, right? So when the loop running again, the value of cycle done was zero. Okay, the value of value doesn't change. This increment is inside the elif. So not here. The cycle done was inside the elif. So here the value of cycles done was still zero. So still 0 was less than 3. So print state. So now where is the value of state? We already changed the variable state from red to green. So here's the same thing that print state means you have to print green. Previously you print red, now you have to print green. After that, go into the if elif elif. So what is the state? State was green, so if statement will be get false, and after going to this second elif, so first elif, so the state is green, yeah, true. You can go with the statement inside the elif. So what is the statement was state equal to yellow. So here the yeah, the thing which was state, right? So state was converting to the yellow from the green. Okay, variable again changing the value. So here now the value of state was yellow, and again the cycle done because this when the okay, see when this loop's getting the true. So when this loop get true, so it will stop the yeah. It doesn't care about these two. Obviously it doesn't care about this, but after that it doesn't care about this, and after we are going to the again here, what is the value cycle done? So the value of cycle done was 0, right? So the value of cycle done was 0, so the 0 is not good. Okay, so the cycle done value was 0. 0 is less than cycles needed 3. 0 is less than 3. Again loop runs. So what is the value of like state here? red completed, green completed, and now yellow. So it will choose this part. What is this part was state red cycle done. Here you will get the increment. So red to green, green to yellow, yellow to again red. So here the state becomes red and you will get the increment. So when we are going here, so what is the cycle done? Cycle done becomes increment, getting increment, right? So it will become one less than cycles needed. So after that, yeah, after that, state again it will be state will be red. So I will say you directly that first red, green, and yellow, and again red, and again green. Sorry, again red. Red हो गया, red completed, right? So again green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red. Like that, you will get nearly green and yellow three times. Okay, green and yellow three times. But when you are coming to the red, right? So for that red, you will get four times. Red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow. So simulation ended. So after this loop completed, means the cycle done, which was after the yellow, you will get cycle done equal to you did not get red 4. You will get red 3 only because after this you cannot go here. This print was not here. If the print was at here, then there is a chances that oh no, if this print was at here, okay, you will start with green. Okay, you will start with green and you will end with red. So the question was you have to start with red and after that yellow. Okay, so here you can see that what is the value of state at the last red. So don't, no problem, because after the cycle done, how many, this is 0, 1, 2. So after that 2, here the value of cycle done was 2. So 2 plus 1, 3. So when we are going here, 3 is not less than 3. So the condition fails. So when you run it, it will give like it is. If you want like per day, yeah, if you want 60, oh sorry, 60 means it will be heavy. So 7. Then it will give like that red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow. Up to yellow, like up to 7 reds, greens, yellows, and after that simulation and like that. This is, but however, if there is no condition like this, whether yeah, if the condition were here will be like a infinity condition, which was never be 0. Like for example, the cycle done is 0, right? So you do one condition that if you remove the increment, okay, if you remove the increment, so it becomes the traffic light. Okay, we what we are doing at out of the, yeah, see here what is the was, yeah. So when we are going into the car at that time 12, 11, 1 o'clock like that, so at that time also the traffic lights were worked. So for that they were using the code infinity loop, so that when you're on the system, so it will show in that continuously there is no certain simulations. Here there is 7, 3, but after this 3 they will show that at the place of green light, yellow light, red light, it will show that simulation ended. But they are not using this code. They are using that infinity. I mean infinity loop. Okay, they are not using this loop, this type of loop, which was having the condition less than, means iterations have to be limited. So when the iterations have to be limited, it will around works if the iteration were 3. So it will works nearly 2, 2, 2, 6, 6 threes are 18. 18 minutes or 20 minutes. After that, it will show that simulation ended. So what will be happen at the traffic? So that you have to do, they are doing that infinity loop, which was never be ended. Like if you start that on the system, like starting the system. So what will be happen? It start with the red, green, sorry, red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, and it will continuously going on after one. So when you run it, there is no limit for this because there is no increment. Okay, without increment, this which the value of this cycles done was 0. So if you want like you will get infinity output. Like if you shut down the system, then there is no problem with that. It will stop the loop. Otherwise, it will start running again like a infinity loop, like that. They were used like this, and they were keeping some time using, I think, yeah. Presently, we did not have like that. So in their like in their situations, not situations, in the systems there are timers, right? Like timers which way they will use. So after the 2 minutes 120 seconds, you have to go green, you have to go yellow after the 2 seconds, like that. So here we just going with the red, green, yellow, like that. But there they were set some timer for now. Like if they use like same thing, after this if they will keep the timer. What is that? After 20 seconds, like that. Okay. So yeah, for after this smart coffee machine sensor simulation. For this sensor simulation, I think we are going very deep. Maybe because this I want some real life example, but these are also real life, but somewhat we did not get these type of sums in first semester. So just end with the next 10th question. Guess the weight. So guess the weight means, I think this he used import trend. No, guess the weight. Okay, no, we have to complete this thing. A coffee machine dispense water until, so a weight sensor reports that cup is full, but must stop immediately if the cup is removed. So cup weight at the starting, cup weight was 0. There is no weight for the cup because it did not pour any water or coffee or anything. So full weight is 250. I think 250 grams. I think so, right? Or not kgs. Smart coffee machine means grams only, I think. So we cannot drink that weight. So the weight, okay, the weight of the cup now was nearly 250 grams or 250 liters or something. I don't know. For example, assume as 250. Okay. Cup present true. So because we are using, we already said without, yeah, without we using this cup present equal to true means, yeah, the cup was present there. Okay, true. If the cup present was false, then it will stop the loop because if there is no cup, then what is the, I mean, it says na, but must stop the immediately if the cup is removed. So cup is not present there. Cup present is false. So it will stop immediately. Means loop will stop immediately. So you have to use that cup present in condition. Otherwise, you will get some what is that? Yeah, hidden test cases will be fail because of if you did not use like that. Because they mentioned right in question immediately if the cup is removed, so cup present you have to take true. After the if cup present is false, you have to stop the loop, means you have to stop giving the coffee. So after that you can go with the else part. So for now we will go with this. So what is here was cup weight is 0 at the starting. Cup weight was 0 and full weight which is 250 grams, and cup present true. So pour rate 15. 15 means 15 per second. Yeah, per second 50 grams, I think. This is coffee is in water type, so we have to call liters, I think so. Anything, just go with units without units. So well, cup weight is 250 less than full weight. Okay. The cup weight was 0. Okay, the cup weight initially the cup weight was 0. like before we discussed like for I and everything. So 0 is less than full weight. So here the full weight was 250. So the 250 was, yeah, 0 was less than 250. What is the cup present? True. And after that, cup weight plus equal to pour rate. So what is the cup weight? The cup weight was 0. 0 plus equal to pour rate 15. So 15, 15, 15, it will add in every iteration, it will add 15, 15, 15 like that. Because iterations means like a per second. Every second there is one iteration. You have to assume like that. Okay, you have to assume like that because you are doing here, right, pour rate. So how a pour rate adding 15, 15, 15. So per second it pour 15 means what is the meaning was in cup weight. Okay, in the cup weight you will get some amount of 15, 15 here like this. 15, 15, 15 again and again and again and again like that. You have to use in the loop. So until and unless you will get the 250. So when the 250 completed, so he see here, if cup weight equal to 120, cup present equal to false. So why 120? We can go up to 250, right? So what if we, yeah. So print F pouring cup weight is present cup weight. Okay. He printed this thing. What is that? Print cup weight. See here, cup weight. So what is the value of cup weight here? The value of cup weight was this thing, which was 15. Okay. This is 15. So the cup weight becomes 0 to 15 here. So here it will print the cup weight. So pouring cup weight. What is the cup weight? 15. And after the first iteration it is 15. Second iteration 30, 45, 60, and like that 75 like that. So after this, if cup weight equal to 20, so why he taken 20? He can go up to 250 also. But see here whether if the cup is full. Okay, whether the cup is full, like whether the cup weight of the cup is 250, it becomes stop pouring means it have to be stop the loop. So when it will stop the loop, the either one of the condition will be false. So because of that he done that cup present equals to false. So for this this entire loop will be stops. But from this condition came from where, so we have to do on it. So they he did not mention like if cup present, print cup filled successfully, else print 4 aborted for safety. So okay, here he mentioned that thing that see here, simulate sensor randomly detects cup removal for demo fixed check. So this is fixed check. So there is no need of 120. You can take 140, 150 also. Like you can see, if there is a cup which was maximum was 250. Okay, maximum was 250. But you can't drink full 250 at the once, right? Like you can't drink the 250, right? So like half of the cup or somewhat 60%, 70% of cup you will fill with the, yeah, you have to fill with the coffee and you can go there and you can drink. So like that you have to do. For he used fix check means he used 120. So we can take, if you want you can take nearly 80% of the cup. Okay, 80% of the cup you can drink. So what is the 80%? What is the 10% of it? 25. So what is the 8? So nearly one, yeah, 175, right? Sorry, 200. 80% was 200. So you can give 200 here. So if the cup weight becomes 200, it will stop the loop. Means what is the meaning of stop the loop? It stop the pouring. So cup present equals to false when it reaches the 250, 200, which you want. Okay, if you want to drink 200 grams of coffee, so you have to be removed at that time. So after removing, it will show that cup present. There is cup present is false means there is no cup present. So it is empty there. So don't pour means don't give the coffee. Stop the coffee. So print cup removed, stop pour. Okay, your cup was sorry, he removed the cup, so stop pouring. And after that, yeah, if cup present, cup filled successfully. Yes, print pour aborted for safety. Okay, so means when the cup present becomes false. So what here going to say that if the cup weight is have to be equal to yeah, there is another thing that our pour rate was 15, right? So see, we are already having in compiler. No, we did not have in compiler, so copy it. So I want to say one thing that, right? So so here copy was 0 and we discussed everything inside the loop and outside the loop. So we are going to execute it now. So what is the execution, like how we are doing this execution, right? So we are going to copy. So at the starting, if we take as input this 250, not this 250, this 120, which we take previously. If you take A, for example, A int of, sorry, input of, which was enter, yeah, enter, enter weight, okay, enter weight. So after that, here you have to give A. When you will run it, see, after, yeah, this was completed because we initially give cup weight was 0 and full weight was 250. 0 is less than 250, cup present is true. So print pouring cup weight, see here, yeah, pouring cup weight 15 grams. So present in first iteration, our the weight was 15 grams, and after that enter weight. Okay, if I want to give weight, yeah, if I want 200. Okay, then other than this, if you take here, right, so it will ask every time when the while loop iterates. Okay, so control C and use the same thing at here and remove this thing. Because why I am doing it there, if you run the while loop, it will ask again input, ask again input, ask again input, and it will ask multiple times. So enter weight, sorry, weight. So I want 200 grams of coffee. Enter. See why I done this input as outside because of this. Pouring cup 15 grams, 30 grams, 45 grams, 60 grams. For every iteration, it will give the this thing that yeah, we are going 15, 30. When it reaches to the, sorry, so okay, so I going to explain about these things. So what we here we watched, why it doesn't stop there, means why it doesn't get false. So see here this 200 which we entered the 200. See 15. So here we are go like that. 15, 15 go up to 900, 150, 160, 180, 195. So stop there. See here when the cup weight becomes 195, so it directly goes to the 210 because per second the rate, the per second it was giving 15 grams. So you have to stop between the second. So in this code there is nothing like that. So you have to give a fixed, if you want, like yeah, if you want a 200 grams, so they you cannot take like that. So you have to wait until cup becomes fill. Because see here, you entered the wrong weight. If you want 200, then do one thing, give 195. Otherwise, give 210. Okay, which was divisible by 15. So that per second it was giving that. So you cannot stop in between that. Means it is a sensing, right? You cannot stop that. It was giving automatically. So it cannot stop in between the 1 second when the weight was becomes 200. Either it will stop 210, 195, but you entered the wrong weight, you entered the 200, so it is not in the What is that? Yeah, in the table of 15. So if cup weight equal to 5, you entered. So either if cup weight is never be 200, because 200 never be divisible by 15. So these are all 15 multiples. Sorry, yeah, multipliers. Yeah, we can call like that. So if cup weight equal 200, so this condition will be false, because when we are going here, we can get 195 or 210, but we did not get this 200. After that, it will choose again loop, and again same iterating again and again and again after going to 255. So it will stop the loop because of 255 is not less than 250. So you can ask that heavy means which was full weight, right? So yeah, which was becomes two, the weight of the full like cup was 250, but you get 255 grams. After that you have to stop. This is the error that, see, normally we are going in the form of 255, 240 like that. So you have to give not 250. So you have to manufacture the cups in the form of this. Otherwise you have to change the rate which was given 15, right? So you have to change the rate into 250 form. So we the convenient method was to change the rate. So what is the rate changing, which was divisible by 250? Suppose you give 10, okay? If you give 10, so what will be happen? See, if cup weight becomes 200, the loop will be stops running, means false. So see, the difference between the break, using the break here, and cup present equal to false. I will say the difference. If you print cup present equal to false, means cup present true, then we can go into the loop. If false, we cannot go. But after the which we printed here, if we printed cup removed, like cup removed, stop, stopping pour. So we printing this message, right? So after the you are entering this cup present equal to false, you can enter this message, okay? But when you use break here, right, when you use break here, the break immediately breaks the loop at the same position. It doesn't care about the after which you enter print, or if you increment, it doesn't care about that. It will see only, yeah, it will see only the about the position where we done break. So it will stop there loop, and it will goes to the out of the loop. But cup present is not work like that, because when again we are going to the condition at there, the value of the cup present is becomes false. So we cannot go into the loop. But so that we can go with the after this line, we can, yeah, we can run the other lines. But when you use break here, so break also work like same thing, but we cannot like, yeah, we cannot run the down lines like below the lines which where we use break. So when you run it like this, we enter weight. So I want 200 grams of, yeah, for 10, right? 10 you will get more. So when it coming 200, see, from 10 to, like, it will show every time message pouring. Now cup weight was 10, 20, 30, 40, 90, 200. So then do one thing, change to 20. So cup weight also change to 40. Run. So now I want 200. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. When it reaches to 200, it can also go to the 240. But we entered 200 grams. So that is the reason the cup removed, stopping pour. So pour aborted for safety. See here, cup present. There is no cup present. Cup becomes false when we entered 200, which was divisible by 20. So yeah, like divisible don't like think like that. So when you're saying cup weight, yeah, cup weight becomes 200. So we entered a also 200. So when both are equal, so cup present equals to false. So otherwise it will print that cup filled successfully. So when cup filled successfully, if you enter 240, otherwise if you enter 210, then see here, if you enter 110, which was not divisible by 20, see, it will goes up to 240. After the 240, it will this if statement is totally false because uh, this cup weight never be 110. Okay, the cup weight never be 110. So the if statement false. So that the cup present, okay, the cup present is still true. When the if statement condition were true, then only the value like the cup present will be becomes false. Otherwise, the cup present is still true. So here, when you are going here, if cup present, yeah, true, because cup weight is not equal to your entered, yeah, entered amount. Like, yeah. So print cup filled successfully. So that we removed the thing. So you have to remove or we stopping the pour. So when you run it again, 240. So it goes up to 240 and it will say that cup removed, stop pouring, pour about it. See here, we gone about like 240, but why we didn't get cup filled successfully? But before time we get cup filled successfully because we given here 240. So this 240 will not goes to here. It will goes to here. What is that? Cup present false. Cup removed. Stop pouring. So when you are going again at here, so 240, right? 240 is not less than 240. Condition fails. And cup present, it becomes false. Both conditions are failed. So when we are going here, cup present, we are gone up to 240. Yeah, right. But the cup present becomes false because of this if statement. So it will print the cup removed, stop pour aborted for safety, like that. It will print. So this is how it works. Yeah, and so yeah, with this question we can go up to like this. So but somewhat if you enter 110, so it did not stop at 110, so it will goes up to this thing. What is that? Body. So if you want, you have to do another thing that, like, when you entered one thing, if then if you want like that, you can use if statement. Inside the if, you can use while loop. Maybe it is better, I think so. Like if cup weight, yeah, if cup weight is no, I think somewhat it may be difficult to do that. Like, yeah, because cup weight is always if 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like that, the cup weight will becomes 110. So there is a thing that change the buttons. Okay, change the buttons. Like for example, yeah, if you can change the buttons, like you have to give, if for example the pour rate is 20, so you have to give their buttons, you have to choose, right, the how many grams you want. So you have to uh, give the buttons whether 20, 30, 40, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, like that. Then there is no problem with it. Like misunderstanding, there is no misunderstanding. And so if we want to go like that, so we can go like that. Like see here, if you want to give that such a type of buttons, use if here, if which you given the full weight, right? No, how we are going to give the button? Okay, buttons in the form of if physically or in the code, then you have to. It is simple that if you give 20, 30, 40, like that, it is very simple for that. Otherwise, there is no, I think, code having the code, but you have to take in the form of list, and that list also have to be different for different weight of the full weight. So here the full weight is 240, so we can go up to in the inside the list 240, but for normal we have to go like that. So don't think about that, so leave that. So if you the convenient method was to give the buttons up to 240 and give each button 20, 40 like that, depend on the pour rate. So this question is like that. After that, binary search, guess the weight game. Okay, low 40, high 150. So actual weight is 68. Normally unknown, simulated here. So guesses 0. Till now there is no guesses. So here our guesses was 0. So when we are going further, guesses will be plus 1 like increment. So while low is lower than equal to high. Yeah, we know that. Otherwise, yeah, low is less than or equal to high. So guess low plus high divisible by 2 and add increment here. See, this is the increment which he used at the second line inside the while loop. So yeah, okay. So we are going with this. Guess is low plus high divisible by 2. So you will get if here the values of low and high are 40 and yeah, 40 and 150. So this thing I'm talking about. So 40 and 150. So when we add it, so we will get 190, 190 by 2. So what is that? Nearly 80, sorry, 95. Okay, 95. So the starting value of gas was 95. Whether like normally if they will say you can guess from 10 to 20, what you will guess. If you start from 15, it is easier to if they will say low, okay, 14, low, 14, sorry, yeah, 13, low, 12, low, 11, yeah, true, like that. So guessing the middle number is more convenient to like getting the messages right. Go low, like guess is too low, guess is too high, like that. So we can go further and further, like that. So here these are the increments. So sorry, increments, not increments. These two are statements. This is the increment. So guess becomes one, adding one and one. So for this is here the guess becomes, here the guess becomes 0. Why? Because 1, because we already guessed the number which was 40 plus 150 by 2. This is called, this is average. Okay, this is average. So after this, if guess is actual weight equal to actual weight. So what the guess was one sorry 95, right? If the actual weight was also 95, which was C here. Okay, so this is okay, the actual weight was 68. So see it that, see there. So actual weight was 68. So no, we get 95, but the actual weight was 68. So this condition which we entered, this condition were failed. So don't go into the if statement. So the if statement were get false. So after that, when you are going again at here, so right, if guess is less than actual weight. So what is that? Guess is less than actual weight. Yeah, guess is less than actual weight. If we do this question in compiler, I'm having a little bit out on this. So see here, guess, if guess is less than actual weight, print guess, like you have to enter the guess 95, right? Here the value of the guess is 95, which we done. So 95 is too low when the guess is less than actual weight. If the guess is greater than actual weight, which is else. So if not less than, not equals to, what is the else? Like inside the like for which condition we choose else, which is greater than, because equal to completed, less than completed, greater than. If the number which we entered greater than the actual weight, so we entered we are guessing the 95. So here 68. So we have to choose else part because 95 is greater than 68. So when we are choosing that, print guess which you guess 95 is too high. So high equals to guess minus 1. So here you have you going to Yeah, here you are going to think on that. Yeah, here see, he was directly changing the low and high. Okay, he was directly doing that low and high. So here, what is the thing why we are doing like this? Because when we are finding, we will get again input. Why? Because see here, normally if I say, if one guy will say, guess a random number that 10 to 20. If I say 15, okay, he will say again, no, not 15, it is too high. So we come up to here. Okay, we discuss up to here. Like he will say, guess is too high. You guessed 15, so not 15, it is too high. So after here, we take it high equal to guess minus 1. So there is two options for us to finding the actual value. So what is the how we are finding the actual value in two ways? I will say now. See, for example, which I choose was when he was says too high, I will say 14. So he will say again, no, it is too high. And again I will say, oh, for 13. He will say, no, it was too high. Again I will say 12. No, it was high. Again I will say 11. Yeah, 11 is the correct answer, which I guessed. He will say that. So here I have to give nearly 5 inputs for this one. What is that? Guess. For guessing the actual number, I given 5 inputs, which was 14, 11, 13, 12, 11. Finally, I got the exact answer. But see here, which was 40 to 150. So, if the number was whether like 55 or 49, so when I starts from 95, so when I will go to that number, if I will say 95, 94, 93, 92, what we can do another thing like we are going directly to the 95 and like we are changing the low and high that we already know it is too it is lower than 95. Okay, 68 is lower than 95, so change the values. High was 95, low was 40, and again say average them. So what you will get, you will get one thing right, like 40 95, so you will get nearly 55, 27, say 27.5 something, so 27. Okay, so 67, you will get 67, they will say no, high. So you will think like, yeah, 68, yeah, true. You can go in that manner, but here you can see that which he was saying that there is no need of giving multiple inputs. If in this case also you have to give nearly 3 or 4 inputs. For large numbers you have to give nearly like 10, 20 inputs. So for here you have to give only one input, that too the act. If you give the actual weight, so it will guess automatically. Like see here, guess equal to act. Why these two terms were written were because low equal to guess plus 1. For example, if I guess 95 is too low, when I guess 95, it is too low. So here 68, right? So don't conclude this. You have to go with this else part because 68 is less than 95. So high equal to guess minus 1. So why you are like decreasing the high? Because when it was said that 95 is too low, okay, 95 is too high. So you have to change the value of high, right? So you have to change the value of high. Here you have to do one thing, that what is the value of guess? The value of guess is 95. So 95 minus 1. So you can ask that we have to assign the value 95 to the high, right? So why are you assigning the value 94 to the high? So you have to conclude one thing, that here the value of high was 150. So when the guess value 95 minus 1, 94. So the new value of high was 94. So why I am doing it like this? Because see here we already done with this. Guess equal to actual weight. What is the guess? 95 equal to 68. No, it never works. So that is the reason high is not equal to guess, because if high equal to guess, it is also works, but there is no need of that because we use it here, right? 95 equals to actual weight. It doesn't work. So that we come to the else part. See here carefully. Guess is not equal to actual weight, right? So guess is not actual weight. So why we are going to take the 95 value? Here the value of guess is 95. So here the value of actual weight is 68. So both are not equal. So here when coming to the high, because 95 is greater than 68, so why is the need of taking guess the value guess as a high? Because we already know that. We know that guess the actual weight never be guess like never be 95 because this condition were failed. Then only we can go to the else part. So we know that actual weight never be 95. So when the actual weight was never be 95, so what is the meaning? There is no need of taking the value 95 as high. So that is the reason why he taken -1. And here also, if 95 is too low, he taken +1 means 97. So why he was taken like that was same thing was going here. Because actual weight is never be 95. So previously I said right. So you have to average the average. So when I explain here, see, for example, now average was 95 with the 40 and high was 150. But now the new high, because if you will get the message too high, then what you will do was the new average we don't know. So value is 40, but higher becomes 94. We already discussed why it was 94. So what is the average for the both 40 and 94? The average becomes 57. Sorry, 67. This is the average now. If now the average means the average is 67, which is the value of gas. Okay. Before time, the value of gas is 95, and now the value of gas is 67. Why? Because here, when we run the 68 here, so we will go to the else part. So what is the else part was saying that gas is too high, so you have to decrease the value. Like you're guessing 95 is too high, so go down. So when you are going now, change the value of high to the 94. Okay, go ahead here because we completed the statements. When we are going here, what is the low? Low was 40. What is the high? High was 94. So go ahead here. What is the value of gas here? So the value of gas here, low is 40, 94. When we are adding this, we will get 134. So 134 means 67. When we are dividing by 2, we will get 67. So that is the thing we written here. So why? So the new value of gas was here 67. See, don't confuse here. We know that how it was updated. Because of this we updated the gas value 67. So when we go in here, 67 is equal to, see, gas will be adding 111, so we are no need of that. So when going here, see, gas equal to actual weight, no, because 67 is not equal to 68. So after that, elif 67 is less than 68? Yeah, true. You guessing the number is too low. So you have to go further. So again it will do that. Low equal to guess plus 1. What is the guess plus 1? What is the guess plus 1? 18. Right? Sorry, 68. Right? Now we don't know the average. So leave that. So the now the new value of low. Before time it was too high because of we taken high, but here too low, so you have to change the value low. So the new value of low was 68. Okay, the new value of low was 68. So the high will be remaining same 94. So when you do it, what is the average for the both? The average is like when we are adding the both 150 and 150, 112, so 162, so 81. The average for both of this was 81. So now the new value of guess. Okay, the new value of guess was 81, because 68 plus 94 divisible by 2, we get 81. So when we are going here, see, guess equal to actual weight. No, 81 is not equal to 68. So if it will be equal, then break there. Okay. And if guess is less than actual weight, 81 is not less than actual weight. 81 is greater than actual weight. What is the actual weight? 68. So 81 is greater than 68. So it will choose the else part. So what is the else part was? We have to change high, because 81 is too high for 68. So when we go here, what is the low here? Sorry, value of low 68, and high. What is the value of high? The new value of high was, we done 81, right? So 81 minus 1, 80. So see how we are slowly going to towards the value. Sorry. So here if you enter, what is the average for both of them? 68, 80. So when you add 148, so 148 means 74. The average was 74. So here the new value of guess, which was average of low and high, will be 74. So the new value of guess was 74. So we can proceed with 74. So 74 is equal to 68? No, 74 is not equal to 68. So after going to elif, 74 is less than 68? No, 74 is greater than 68. So choose this else part. So what is this else part was? Print guess. What is this guess? This guess was 74. 74 is too high for 68. Yeah, 74 is greater than 68, right? So it will say change the high from guess minus 1. So go here with we don't know average. So the value of low was 68. It remains same, but the value of high was becomes 73, because 74 minus 1, right? So what is the average of them? 68 and 73. What is the average? So we have to give like getting the average in integers only, not in zero point 0.5 like that. So when you are going to the find the average for them, 68, 73, what is the difference? Like when we are adding that, we will get 130, 151. We will get 151. So 151, the average is 75. Okay, 75, not 76, because we will get 75.5. For the average of these two numbers, we will get 75.5. So the integer part is 75. Sorry, what is the 75? Sorry, 141, right? So I'm thinking that why we are going up. So the summation is 141. So for 141, what the answer is 70. Okay. So the now the new value of guess was 70, which was average of low and high. So 70. Go with it. So go with like it. So when we are going with it, see 75, 70 is greater than 68. So 70 is greater than 60 when we choose else part, because 70 is greater than 60, right? So we have to choose else part, other than these two conditions will be fail. So print, yeah, this will be print. Don't worry about that. So high equal to guess minus 1. What is that? High equals to guess minus 1. So here you are going to do one thing was high, again change the high. What is the value of 70 now? Sorry, what is the value of guess now? The value of guess was 70. So 70 minus 1, 69. So the new value of high was 69. 68 comma 69. So what is the average of both of them? What is the average? The average was 68. How? Because we know that the average must be in integer type. So when you add these both, what you will get? 120, 137. When you're adding 68 and 69, you will get 137. So when you are getting this 137, so what is the integer part when you divisible by 2. So this 137 will be divisible by 2. You will get 60, yeah, 68.5. So 68.5 means, what is the integer part of 68.5? 68. So it will give 68. So then now the new value of guess was 68. Where it is? Yeah, here. The new value of guess was 68. So now when we are going to the if, so if statement, guess equal to actual weight. What is the guess? 68. Yeah, 68 is equal to 68. Guessed it. Your weight is your weight is, what is that guess? 68. Yeah, 68 kgs in how many guesses? One, two, three, four, five, six. Six guesses. In six guesses, yeah, in six tries, you guessed the correct weight. So break means it will stop the loop. So if you run, you will get the number 6 and 68 here. See, when we will run. And there is another thing that, in this coding, there is a particular number for, like, a particular guesses for each different low and high. See here, before, if we say 10 to 15, okay, if he will say 10 to 20, guess a random number, and I will say 15. He will say no, and I will say 14. Yeah, true, 14. He did not say whether it was too high or too low. He will just say no. Okay. So when we are going like that, he will ask multiple inputs to me. So when I will ask 50, when I will say 15, no. 17, yeah, true. So with the second guess, I got the, what is that, correct value. For example, again he will ask, guess the number. 15, no. 13, no. 14, no. 17, yeah, true. So with the trying at the fourth, I will get the correct uh, correct guess. So here what I want to say that, when we are going with in the form, so when we are giving multiple inputs here, yeah, right, we done the same question in different manner, that we are giving multiple inputs here. When we are giving the multiple inputs here, so whether one question we will get at first guess only in first try. In some questions we will get fourth guess. In some questions we will get fifth guess. In some questions we will get two guess, like second guess, like that. But at here, it was whole thing was running in a perfect manner, that was in the form of this. So if you take in a perfect numbers like 40 to 150, it will be a exact 6 guesses. If you run it again and again, you will get the same thing. 6 guesses, 6 guesses, 6 guesses, means 6 tries, 6 tries, 6 tries. But when if you do use that manner, if you get in first run, if you get one in one attempt, in second run if you get three attempts, like that. It's not a particular number, but it is a particular number because it was whole thing was going in a perfect manner, which was adding plus one. We are changing the values of low and high, and we are doing average for every, like, low and high, and we are going in a perfect manner. But at that question, we are not going in a perfect manner. We are just giving a random integer to just getting the correct guess about the number. So when we will run it, okay, sorry, I forgot to remove this. When you run it, guess 95, wrong. 67, wrong. 81, 40, 74, 70. At the last, you will get guessed it. Your weight is 68 in 6 tries. So what I did was at here, right? See, sorry. See here. See, this is 95, 95, 67, 67, 70, 70. I mentioned 68 there, but we cannot mention that because we did not going into the elif and else. We are going into the if. So when we are going into the if, there is nothing like that which prints guess 68 is too high, like that. So after the 70, if you guess 68, so guess it, your weight is 68 kgs in 6 tries. So you guessed it, 6 tries. So like that, it having a particular uh, For example, if we change the numbers, okay? For example, if we change the numbers, but when we are changing the numbers, we use a particular thing that see here. What is the difference between 40 and 150? The difference between 40 and 150 was 90. So change that 60, 70. So what is the difference between 60 and 170? 90. Sorry, 110. Okay. Sorry, the difference between this 40 and 150 was 110. Okay. The difference between 40 and 150 was 110. So same here. What is the difference between 60 and 170? 110. So here, when you are going with this 110, so here also, what is the difference between 40 and 68? The difference between 40 and 68, 28. So same thing, add 28 to the 60, which was 88. So here, what is the difference between 60 and 88? 28. There, what is the difference between 40 and 68? 28. So when you run it again, you will get the same thing. But if here at these positions, the number will be changes. But I think at here also, but here there will be six tries. Let's see whether, yeah, why? Because I previously said, right, for the like difference, it was going in a average method and doing like this. So it having a particular trial. So like not like a guessing random number. See, it going in a particular manner. So that if you enter any number, but the difference between the both of them was 110, and the guessing like the actual number which was you given, you have to be same difference between the low and the actual weight before time, and here also see before time 28, here also 28. The difference between low and high was 110, before time 110, here also 110. So if we change the numbers but the differences is same, so it will get again six trace because it going in a particular manner, so that we are getting the correct answer. See here we guessed 88, so it comes 115, 87, 101, 94, 90. After 90, what is the, yeah, what is 90, right? So when they guess 90, here it will be 90 minus 1, 89. So what is the average between integer? Okay, what is the average between 88 and 89? 89. So 88.5. So what is the integer part of the 88.5? 88. So we get the answer. So your weight is 88 in six tries. You get in six tries. So if you change the numbers and but you keep the difference same, so use 90 here, and here use we increase it 30. So here also 200. Here increase 30. So 1. Okay. So when you run it, six tries. See here, six tries, but this number will be changes because we are changing these numbers, so it will also changes. But according to the guesses, it will be same for every number, which was the difference will be same as like every difference. See here we difference maintaining the difference, right? So like that, but the numbers will be changes, but we will get the correct answer. Okay, correct guesses in if we change numbers also. Yeah, after this, style data fetching. Okay, what is that? Fetch pairs of data from agregated source like a mock API until a page come back empty. So what is that? So Java is Royal Enfield and Honda. Overall, very calm today. చాలా నియర్ స్వామి what చెప్పండి ఆమా Here is the question that yeah, this question is not for now because at the time of after completing the list, so I'll share the I think from now onwards. Okay, this is a question which we can do, but above question is not for now. Okay, so we can do after the list complete. If we first we have to complete the list. So for now, we have to do that. An electric vehicle charges quickly up to 80. Then charging slows down. So yeah, to protect the battery until it hits 100. Okay. So we have to go with this charging. Battery cost 20. Presently, it having a 20% battery. Means its battery percent was 20. So it have to be charged. So for right. So target equals to 100. Up to 100, it have to wait. Sorry, she or he have to wait for he have to reach his target up to 100. If battery get 100, then he can travel with it. But while battery is less than the target, Yeah, battery is less than target. If battery is less than 80, rate equals to 10. Else rate equals to 2. So see the difference. He was saying that at the like before 80, when battery was before 80, so the rate of the battery were increasing per second, or you can anything like per minute or per hour. So it charges like 10, yeah, 10% per minute, you can call it minute. So fast charging, okay, 10% for minute per minute. So else if the battery is equal to 80 or greater than 80, so what will be happen, the rate will be slow down, like it goes to 2, which is slow trickle charging, okay, because of if it will hit the charger, like we are target 100, so above 80 also it will charge like the rate of charge is 10. So what will be happen, suddenly it will go to 100 rate, so at the 100 also it will, the charge will be at the rate of 10. It somehow damage the battery, okay, because the rate will be slow down, not immediately, like slow down it have to be. So when it suddenly hits 100 with the rate 10, so it may be damage the battery because like overheat maybe, I don't know exactly. So after that, after this, if else, whether if the battery will less than 80, rate is 10, else rate is 2, like that. With this rate, we are going to find the battery. So what is the battery? 20. So here the value of battery was 20 at initial. So here when you are going into the loop, so battery equal to minimum of battery plus rate, which was this one. Battery plus rate, battery is this 20 plus 10, comma target is 100. So here which one it will pick, like up to it reaches target, like see, suppose our battery was 20, our rate was 10. So what will be happen, it will reach us like battery, this is the less, right? 20 plus 10, 30. 30 is lesser than 100, our target was 100, so 30 was lesser than 100. So here we are going to do that, print battery at percent, which percent, like mm, battery plus rate. So battery becomes, okay, here battery becomes, we are assigning the value of minimum, which if battery plus rate is minimum, target is minimum. Battery plus rate means 20 plus 10, 30. 30 is minimum, 100 is minimum, it will pick 30. So 30 equals to battery, so you are assigning the value, which was you are changing the value of the variable battery, and from 20 to 30, and after 40, after 50, after 60, like that. So for now, this in this iteration, the value of battery was 20 at the starting, but when you're going after, you assign a new value to the variable battery, that was means minimum of among this, whether this is minimum or whether this is minimum, so we have to give the minimum value to the battery. So what is the minimum value? Battery plus rate 30. So battery rate 30. After that, battery rate 40. After that, battery rate 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Sorry, 80. When it goes at 80, so 80 is not less than 80, right? So it will choose this. And after onwards, it will start that plus 2, plus 2, plus 2 means after 80, 82, 83, sorry, 84, 80, like that, it will reaches 100. So these codes are not perfect, okay, like the exact codes which we are seeing here, these are not used in our batteries, okay, I mean in the scooty, like which battery vehicle is there. So let's see there. For example, if I enter 99, sorry, first of all I will run with 100. So let's see what will be happen. So when I run it, 30, 40, when it goes at 80, so after that it will add only 2, because for battery safety, 82, 84, 86, 88, like that, 100 full charged. This is the way. So these codes are just for our practice, and how the ideas have to be raised, like that. But other than that, the exact codes are not used in the which we used in the real life, because in this type of code there are some bugs, you can call bugs or you can call errors. What are the bugs or errors, we can say that, because see, if I enter 99 here, I want 99% charge, and up to 99, and I will go with like travel with the vehicle. So run. So see here. So here when we are going at here, okay, what is our target? 99. What is our battery rate? Okay, 98. So it prints the battery rate 98, and after that, see here, 98 is less than 99. Yeah, true. You can go further. So what is that? If statement, you have to choose else because 80. Sorry, 98 is greater than 80. So rate equals to 20. So rate equal to 2. So battery equal to minimum of what is the battery? 98. Because in previous iteration the value of battery plus rate is like the value of battery here was 98. So 98 plus 2 100. See here, 100 is greater or target, like 99 is greater. Which one is greater? Yeah, this battery was greater than this battery rate. So which battery target is greater? Sorry, target is lesser than battery plus rate. So what is the target? 99 is lesser than 100. So we choose 99. So when the battery at 99, we have to stop the loop because the battery become now the new value of battery was 99. 99 is not less than 99. 99 is equal to 99. So print full charged. So if you what means if you want either battery was charged up to 99, so it will say full charged. Like this it works. And this is a simple thing because we previously done like we using maximum and minimum, so they were doing with maximum minimum, and I will say after the def function, so don't worry about that. I will say the functions which was inside in a math, so I will say that for getting the minimum from these two, we like that we use this minimum function. So after this restaurant queue simulation, here they used, yeah, simple things which we need, they use the same thing. Pop left, so don't know, we did not discuss the things about the pop left, right? So don't go with that. I think this pop left and these are came in third unit only, functions which were here. No, this pop left is came from, yeah, this is okay, like that. Like there's a delete and remove, and there are many functions in the Python. So I will take one section for the all functions. Okay, whether it was belongs to def or it belongs to ifs. We can use anywhere. So I will in one session I will take one session for the functions explaining like every function inside the like see now we see the pop left, and after we see minimum maximum, and like this there are many functions but we did not discuss about that, we are just going with the codes. And but when the functions are error we getting some like confusion, so that's why I will take one session and the what is that functions. So leave this and we'll length of the, yeah, this is somewhat good I think compared to, yeah, we can go with this, but these are no need. Maybe this is the last, our last example. Okay, this is our last example. So after this, we will in the, we'll complete this session, and after coming session, I will explain only topics. I will explain only topics regarding these def functions. So about the functions, I will say in next coming session. Okay, in coming session, I will explain the third unit basic things. So how to, what is the syntax of def function, how we are right, or like what we are going to like how we are inserting the code inside the function and how we call it, how we print it, like that. We already discussed, but somewhat I will explain like that. So after this example, we will complete this while loop because this real life examples is enough for us to just for understanding, not for implementing, because you didn't get this type of in first semester. I think again, this is the basic Python programming, right? So in Python programming, I somewhat you will get these type of questions like saying email, create a email and send this information to this email like that. So email to email, create a code and send the message from this email to that email. For that you have to create a code like that, something. So don't worry about that. First of all, we complete the basic things and after that we can go with that. And these are not basic things, these are medium things, because we are going with the real life, right? So somewhat pretty medium for us. So after this question we will stop the session. Passengers waiting. So 1121312114. So see here, by capacity, passenger waiting. So group size. Okay. First group was 1, second group was 1. I think like this. First of all, we read this and after we come here. So seats filled 0, total fare 0, fare per person 25, I equal to 0. So these inputs are were so confused. So when we are going into this, we can understand this clearly. Otherwise, we have to read the question once again. Bus boarding until full. So passengers board a bus one by one and pay different fares. Stop boarding. Okay, once the bus reaches capacity. Okay, okay. So this is the sizes of that, whether they have to give differently. Okay. The first passenger give one, after that two, after one, after three, after one, two, one, and last person I have to give four. I think like that because they're boarding differently, like they have to get the bus in different stops. So while I is less than this is how we are start for a list when we are using list in while or for. So we have to give like this. We have to I less than length of the passenger waiting. So here, yeah, the variable of this list was passengers waiting. So while I equal to 0, the value of I we have to take 0 because index starts from 0. So and seats filled less than bus capacity. So seats filled until now there is no person have booked the seat. I mean books the seat. So he have to go for it. So seats filled less than bus capacity. Group size equals to passenger waiting I. So what is the group size? If seat filled plus group size is less than bus capacity. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, group size means that is not to pay, that the groups like for single, double like wife and husband, three wife and husband son, and wife husband, uh, two kids, like that. I think so. So we are going further. We can understand clearly. So seat filled plus group size. What is the group size? For first, the group size was 1. Okay. So seat filled 0. At the starting, seat filled was 0, right? So 0 less than bus capacity. Okay. When the seat filled is equal to bus capacity, so we can't do anything. We have to stop filling them. So boarding them, we have to stop. So for now, see here, group size was equal to passengers waiting. So what is the how many passengers are waiting in group one? So one member was waiting. So when the bus arrived, if seats filled plus group size, what is the seats filled plus group size? Here seats filled 0. No one was entered before the first group. So in first group there are only one member, means a single guy. So single person less than equal to bus capacity. Yeah, bus capacity is 10. So single. So here, see inside if how it was going like 0 plus because there is no one entered till now. So one person was entered. So less than or equals to 10. Yeah, true. 0 plus 1 is less than or equals to 10. So we can this condition were true. So we can go into the if statement. What is the if statement was seats filled plus equal to group size. So here inside the if, what is the seat field? 0. So what is the group size? 1. So we are increment. So we are doing increment. But How what is the difference between these two was I was going in a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. But when we are why we are using we can use 1 also, but why? See 1, 1, 2, again 1. There is both increment, decrement, and suddenly increment like too high increment and too decrement like that. So too low decrement like that. So one at once it was the value is 1, again 2, again 1, again 3, again 1, again 2 like that. There is no sequence for it. Either it will have to go in a decrease manner or go in a increase manner, but it not like that. So that is the reason we are directly adding the group size to the seed field. So if we had like that, so we know now like we can know about how many seats are filled. So at starting there is 0 seats filled, the bus was empty. So when group size, so group size is 1, so one seat was filled now. So seat filled equal to 1. So now the seat filled was 1, so one seat was filled. So after that total fare. So group size into fare per person. So fare per person. One person will charge 25 rupees from one stop to another stop. So total fare equals to plus equal to total fare. How we before time count equals to 0. If this loop runs, count plus 1, count plus 2. If inside the list there are even numbers, count plus 1, count plus 1, count plus 1 like that. So here also same thing. Total fare means total amount for like total fare equals to group size into fare per person. So it will print at here only, not after like if we remove this indentation, then it will give comes at here. So what will be happen was if you print there the total fare, so it will gives the whole bus collected the money. So it will adds his money, his money, his money, his money, their money, his money, their money, his money, his money, their money. So whole these guys like adding the money of these guys so that it will gives that. Then if you print inside the if, so what is the meaning was for group size 1. So group of 1 boarded, seat filled 1. Okay. For a group of board 2, seat filled 2 like that. Okay. So other than this, you can add another thing that amount to pay total fare. Add the total fare. Sorry. Yeah. See here, when you after this, we know that how fare for per person if it charges 25 rupees. So for 4 persons, 100 like that. For that, we are doing this into here because of that, and we are adding to the total fare, and we are printing the total fare at here. So he also here printed, but total fare collected. So I am saying the difference, right? So before, if I print at here, so what is the difference between printing here and here? If I print here, so it will print the total. Like he collected from 10 members because best capacity was 10 members. So it will collect from 10 members and it will 10 members means 10, 25, 250. It will collect 250. But if you print here, it will say each and every person's total fare. Like for this group one guy, like group one, seat field one, and amount to pay was 25. And after that, for him, 25. He for these guys 50 like that. So you got the point, right? So this is how it works. If the bus capacity is not equal to the seat filled plus group size, for example, the seat filled plus group size is not equal to the bus size, then what will be happen? So for that, yeah, for that it will choose the else part. What is the else part? Group of group size can't fit, wait for next bus. See, it was saying that bus was filled, so you can't fit in it. So wait for the next bus, and you can go into that bus. So here I increment because we are doing with the list, right? So index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to how many? 3, 3, 3, 10. So up to 9 you can go with it, and after 10 you have to stop the loop. Otherwise, when seed filled above 10, then also you have to stop the loop. So here they done was seed filled plus equal to group size, right? So instead of that, yeah, instead of yeah, here now the value of seed filled was 1. 1 is less than 10. Yeah, true. You can go with it. But here you can see that there is here 10, right? So you can go up to 9 because the symbol was strictly less than. Okay? The symbol was strictly less than. So that is the reason you can go up to less than. So when I is less than length of okay, seat is filled less than bus capacity, you can go up to 9. So 925 is a 225. Okay, 225. You can collect 225. This is I think common for every question. Sorry, every run. But this is how when you run it, so you get the total point, right? The seat field was changed for every run because see here, seat field plus equal to group size. Group size 1, 1. So here it will in next iteration the value of 1 here, and it will be also 1 because here where is that? Yeah, passengers waiting. I is here 1. So 1 is 1. So the group size is 1. And again the seat fill was 2. 2 is less than bus capacity. And again I becomes increment, and 2 plus 2 4. Like sorry. Here 2, right? 2 less than 9. Sorry, 10. So what is the passengers waiting to? 2 means 0, 1, 2, 2. So it will add to the 2. Already the seats filled was 2, and again you are adding 2, so it becomes 4. So 4 less than bus capacity. Like that. You have to go like that. When you run it, what happened? Okay. Was never closed. Okay, okay. We closed it, right? This thing and this. Okay, okay, okay. This one. When you run it, what you will get? Yeah. First of all, group 1 boarded. So group 1 was boarded successfully. Group 1 was boarded. So seats filled 1. So up to now, after the boarding, seats filled 1, amount to pay 25. Who that group 1 person, and group of 1 boarded. So seat filled 2, amount to pay 50. Yeah, amount to collect. Okay, change to collect, not pay. Sorry, you have to change it here because the total was changing. Plus symbol you used plus equal to, right? So for every iteration it will be changes. So other than that you can write like this thing, group size into fare per person, C and V. Okay, run it again, you'll get the same thing. See, group 1, group of 1 boarded, seats filled 1, amount to pay 25. And group of 1 boarded and seats filled 2, so amount to pay 25, 50, 25. Who are the group of 3 boarded and seats filled 8. So up to there, the seats filled 8, so amount to pay 75. So groups of 2 boarded, seats filled 9, amount to pay 25. See here, when you are going to the group of 2 cannot fit, so wait for the next bus because there's only one seat available. Your group, your two, right? So we cannot add two. So we are leaving you because of this while loop, right? Loop runs again and again until the condition fails, so that it will stop, but it doesn't break it. It just skip the thing where we arrived to. So after when we are getting one group of one boarded, seat filled 10. So amount to pay 25. After the seat filled 25, then only we will go at this condition, right? See, we can go up to 10. See, this is while loop, not for loop. While loop, first of all, while loop runs the code, again checks the condition. Why the statement was passed like that? See here, we cannot go with the 10, right? We cannot go with the 10. Why? Because seats filled is less than bus capacity. What is the seat filled here in this line? What is the seats filled? 10. What is the bus capacity? 10. So here the condition was getting false. So why will you given in output as like this is false, right? So but that is the thing why they given statement as like that. In while loop, first the first it will execute the code, again it will check the condition. First it will execute the code. So first it was executed, group 1 boarded, seed field 10. 10 is not exist, because if 10 is here, then the condition false. So that's why they said first execute, after only it will check. So first it will execute the code. So when it will executes, so we will get group 1 boarded, seats filled 10. So amount to pay was 25. So total he collected was 250. And after that, when we reached to 10, again going at here, so 10 less than 10. No, 10 is equal to 10. 10 not less than 10. So that is the reason while loop will be stops, and total fare collected equal to 250, like that. If you want, you can take this bus capacity as a input. Sorry, if you take this as a input, then somehow, yeah, if you take, for example, 99, sorry, the bus can fit up to 20 members. When you run it, see, every person in the list can get the seat. See, seat filled up to, we can go 17 seats. Amount to pay 100 for 4 persons, each person 25. So we have to pay 100. Total fare collected 425. So for that bus who are having 20 seats, total fare collected 420. And if you want, you can whether print that how many seats are, yeah, F total seats remaining. Okay, so it have to be in brackets because we did F. So what is inside here? You have to write inside brackets like how many, the total number of seat filled, right? So bus capacity minus seats filled. What is that? Copy it. Yeah. So minus seats filled. Then we can get how many seats are remaining. Okay, run it. See, everyone will get seat. So total seats remaining 3. So we can change it like if seats remaining greater than 0. Okay, seats remaining greater than 0. Then we can say that, sorry, we can print total seats remaining 3, and everyone got seats. Each member gets a seat. So like that we can print. So yeah, this is how it works. Like, be careful. So we did not get these hard questions in first semester. We just get some, like, not first semester, basic Python, a basic things only we will get. This is how, see, he used this both increments. But see here, when you're watching, like when you're seeing these type of codes, so when you're seeing these type of codes, so you have to have the capability to understand this code. Okay, then only you have, like, you get the concept regarding this while loop. When you're seeing the while loop code, so if you have to capability that, if you understand the whole code, then you yeah, means you get the whole concept about this while loop. Otherwise, somewhat you are having facing some problem, like from backlog recording this while loop. So you have to clear that after that. So when you are seeing this code, you have, like, after this session, if you see any while loop code, so you can understand it, so no problem with that. If you didn't, then somewhat there is a hole, like loophole in your concept, learned concept. So again, learn it and listen carefully about this while loop, then you will get the exact answer. And yeah, completed. Thank you for watching.